woke up, couple bodies from the club dealing with this hangover.
Honey, darling, light of my life, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your fucking brains in. Name that movie.
I was lost.
No movie? You don't know?
He's been doing that a lot lately. He'll just like start with a random quote. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
I feel like I know it, but I can't get it out.
I'll give you a hint. Jack.
The Shining?
Honey. There you go. My man.
I don't know. The way you said it, I was getting Joker vibes.
No.
I mean, it is Jack Nicholson, so
Yeah,
it's
so he is a Joker.
kind of one and the same.
But
I instantly thought Heath Ledger, so I get what you're saying. But I
way
knew that wasn't it.
The way he said it, I was waiting to hear. Do you want to know how I got these scars?
my father was a drinker and a fiend.
You got to do the lick. That nigga's lips was never dry. I don't know how he kept that red makeup on so good.
Fuck.
They painted that shit on acrylic.
Actually,
He had more red paint on his
easy,
tongue.
breezy, beautiful. Cover girl.
That was not an ad.
Maybe it's magic. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know if any of them shit sell lipstick. Welcome, everybody, to the Hangover Podcast. I'm your host, Trey, a.k.a. Walter White, a.k.a. We're here for the drama.
Whoa.
For your mama. While I'm inside her. With Osama. Sitting across from me, as always, is Takeoff Music's very own Mr. TRTL. And do we have some news for you? Sitting to my left for his sophomore return to the Hangover Podcast, but always a part of it in one way or the other, we have Mr. Jason Diffra. How are you today, sir?
I am doing pretty well.
I feel like this is one of like those press runs where like somebody's got something coming out soon, so you bring them on to like your show, and they're like, "Oh, he came here naturally." No, he's promoting a project. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good. You still got all your silly tattoos?
Silly tattoo.
Yeah, look at that silly tattoo. And look, he's flexing too while he's doing it. What are you talking about? Lift my shirt up.
Been in the gym.
Jason Diffra.
I got Viking stuff.
Oh man. So, how was everybody's week?
It was actually pretty productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get done?
Week.
A lot. I actually got in the works of talking to the guy that's going to be shooting a video for my first single.
Hey, the return of TRTL.
Everybody making a comeback.
How long ago was the gas?
The Gas? 4 years.
Jeez.
I took a long
Break.
break. I can say I needed it, though, because it was one of those things where I needed to grow more as a person and not just an artist. You know what I'm saying? I needed to figure out what I was going to be talking about, where I was going to be talking about it, and why. You know, so
understandably,
it was a coming to the light, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's wondering, the new project is going to be self-titled TRT.
Okay.
Sticking with the Brandon.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, this week we do have some.
Top fans. Here's all the people that like our shit. It's top fans. If you ain't on this list, you can suck our dicks.
Respectfully. So, side note, I'm checking right now just to make sure I'm not losing my mind. But yeah, we don't have any voicemails today. It's funny because I talked to Q earlier about coming. I was going to have Jason and Q in here at the same time because I'm sure Q's become our sixth man, where Swamp Thing's our fifth. And he was like, I got to help a friend move. He's like, but once I get done with that, I might come pass by. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I'm like, okay. He's like, but either way, I want to leave a voicemail, so don't let me forget. And I forgot.
By the way, everybody, while Scott's talking shit, I just want to remind y'all, this son of a bitch had this whole 2-liter last episode. Sitting by him, watching me die.
We're literally getting to that
He
right
was
after the top
watching me
fans.
die of cottonmouth. I was eating my face.
Hold on. So for 1 year, we have Mr. Jason Different, Mr. Larry Frederick, Mr. Devin Whitmore, Mr. Swamp Thing Nicholson himself. I always love when you do that because then it evens out on the audio when you release on Monday. So now we just sound like a bunch of pussies. Like people riding their car like, what are you talking about? And then for 11 months, we have Mr. Sean Milligan. And then, and see, here's the thing. I'm not even going to let you try to back him up. I'm not even going to try to let you back him up because he never did send you those old videos of me because he can't find them because they're not on YouTube.
I'm telling you, he's got the hard drive. That shit is on a floppy disk in his room.
At his parents' house.
You better watch out before he leaves another voicemail.
He got our first mixtape hidden somewhere in his bedroom at his mama's house behind his drywall. For 6 months, we have Mr. Dustin Spencer, the baby killer.
Whoa.
Why did we have to take it there?
Nah, that's the way we are.
It was there.
Jason, while I'm doing all of this, if you want to pour us some shots of either that or that, I don't care. And then for 5 months, we have DJ Obi-Wan. And then for 5 months, we have Mr. Jonathan Gaspar.
Jenkins.
Hey.
I'm not shooting that shit. Nope.
Being a dope.
You want the Jameson?
Nope. I'll take, fuck that. I'll shoot the Jameson. I'm not shooting no pickle vodka. Fuck up. I don't drink Bloody Marys. Nigga, you think I'm about to drink pickle juice with alcohol in it? No.
Pickle juice is delicious.
Pickle juice is delicious.
I'll chase the Jameson with the pickle vodka.
You see?
Hey.
What's wrong with you motherfuckers? You white people take shit way too serious.
So, Mr. Jonathan Gaspar.
Jenkins.
And then for 3 months, we have Mr. Matthew Lazara.
Who the fuck is Matthew Lazara?
Get that on a t-shirt and make money off his name.
I told you we gonna make a t-shirt. You
And then for 2 months, we have.
pay for it.
And then for 2 months, we have Mr. Joshua Payne.
Ew.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Right?
Guess who's back?
Back.
Again. And then for 3 months, we have Mrs. Justice Buffon. Buffon. Justice Buffon.
Shit sound like a fucking superhero.
What was that name earlier I couldn't get because they had to like New Orleans-ize it and like make it fancy? Faber?
Fabre.
I thought it was Fabre. Fabre. No, it's Faber.
This is Top Fans.
All right,
hooked
Herbert.
on phonics.
No, my name, if you pronounce it the way it's spelled, makes sense. Herbert. But then everybody looks at it and goes, "A bear, Herbert, Herbert." No. Thank you.
is probably the worst one I've heard. I was like,
It's
what?
terrible. It's terrible. But thank you to all of our top fans, as always, because without you, we aren't butterflies in the sky.
You said it was gay, so
God
what?
damn it. So last week, we had Mr. Joshua Wingard on our show. Well, he had us in his gallery / studio and on our show. And he also pulled like the G-est move I've ever seen. First of all, shout out to Josh Wingard. You were a fantastic fucking guest.
Absolutely.
That episode went so much better than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, I got high as Cooter Brown.
We're getting there. So he also pulled the G-est move I've ever seen because he, like 3 days after we did the episode, he sent the Hangover Podcast a flyer on Instagram that was talking about a fundraiser that they're currently doing to get school supplies for kids. And he was basically just like, he didn't say anything. He just sent the flyer like a fucking mafia member. And was just like,
hey, do the thing.
Here you go.
I do a
And
favor
so now
for
I had
you.
you do a favor for the
me.
kids. It's for the kids. And that's when I even kind of looked at Nicole and I was like, I feel like, and like, not that I'm against donating to children. Like, I never mind donating to children, but I also love like the moment where I'm looking at Nicole and I'm like, I feel like he did that thing where he was just like, hey, I just did y'all's episode for y'all. Help the kids. So I went and I donated, and I got these two beautiful spray cans from his gallery that you can see right here. One is Tupac, which you can tell who that's for, and the other one's a Stormtrooper, who you can also tell who that's for. Unfortunately, Nicole couldn't be here today. She wanted to, but she got a nice, quick case of food poisoning. Okay, I thought you hit the applause for a quick second.
I looked at it and I was like, no, that's not right.
And Joe is currently out of town working. So before we get started on the actual show, let me finish up what I was actually talking about.
Yes.
So we did the show at Josh Wingerter's studio, and the next day I get a call. Turtle's calling me. I look at the caller ID. Now, granted, Turtle's one of my best friends in the whole world. He doesn't normally call me unless like, hey, Scott, I need like this information out of you and I need it now. So it was weird having him call me. So I answered him like, hello? And he went, yo.
You in trouble for something.
Nope. Tell him what happened, Turts.
Man, I was fucking smacked life for real. So this motherfucker tells me prior to the show,
Josh
"Yo,
Wingerter.
Turtle." No.
Oh, me.
I'm talking about Scott.
Oh, okay.
When I say this motherfucker, it's Scott. Because he's the son of a bitch. So he tells me before the show, hey, Turk, make sure you bring some weed with you. Josh likes to smoke in this place. I figure you can smoke too, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, cool. Grab some nugs from the crib. Head over to the studio. This motherfucker had 8 pre-rolls already.
8.
And I'm
Ocho.
like, all right, so we do the show for like 3 hours. Maybe he didn't want to have to roll up during the show. Understandable. I just got off of work, so I had to roll my shit. I get one. I'm starting to roll one. He lights one. Boom. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, I can do this. Boom. Roll it
I'm a
up,
professional.
rolling up. Pass it back. Lights up another one. I was like, oh, there's a lot of people in the room. It makes sense. You got to get a couple of them in rotation and
Right.
get their shit off. Lights another one. I was like, it is a lot of people in the room.
You
know what I'm
just
saying?
keep justifying
It's
it.
like, no, because like I said, I smoke, so I know
Right,
you
right.
gotta adjust to the circle you're in. If it's a lot of motherfuckers, you gonna make sure you got a
Right,
lot going around.
right.
Well, he gets to the 4th one and he's like, this one just gonna be fast. I was like, okay, cool. Boom, smoking the 4th one. Get done the 4th one, he sparks another one. I'm like, all right, hold on, bro.
What are you
already on
doing?
Number 5. You rolled 8. Like, we're not gonna have none for the show. And mind you, Scott didn't tell me to prepare for a race. He told me to prepare for a marathon.
I didn't know either.
I didn't come with no drink. I ain't come with no snacks. Nigga, I was out there raw off a fucking 9-hour shift. What? That nigga had me high as Cooter Brown. I was in the fucking chair.
High as a
and at
giraffe
point,
ass,
dog,
boy.
Like, when you start to get that cotton mouth where you gotta like move your lip from your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's bad.
Skin sticking.
So he's like, oh, so you tapping out? I was like, you fucking right, nigga. I'm a stoner. I know not to go this far. Because if not, I'm going to be on the couch like this. Trying to bite somebody's face off to get my fucking mouth cleared.
And
And then these son of a bitch, I'm like, hey, yo, I need something to drink.
I
These
didn't-
niggas passed me a whiskey sour. Look at me, people. A whiskey sour.
so now you ain't got no saliva in your mouth and you're going,
Lips is all puckered in and shit. It was like, Turtle, why you can't? I was like, bitch, I can't talk.
and then mind you, by the time he got this high, I was already a little drunk.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't even think, oh, I got a full 2-liter Sprite
Sitting
right
next
in front of me.
to, with a big
That
ass bucket of ice.
I could easily pass over to him
like
and quench that
30
thirst.
cups. This motherfucker, piece of shit.
So Turtle called me the next day like, hey, yo! Like, bro, I almost died, son. He's like, I went home, ate a salad, and passed the fuck out.
Straight up, dog. I ate a big ass fucking grilled chicken salad and went to sleep. Granted, I did have to be up for work in the morning, so that just made it even more reason for me to get my ass the fuck out of there.
So I got a
They were
question.
like, you want to play spades? I was like, nah, I gotta go.
And that makes all the more sense because like while we're all in there, like at the end, like everybody kind of starts breaking shit down. Turtle's taking like I planned on breaking shit down, but Turtle had that shit. He was going, and I'm like, oh shit, like Turtle trying to clean up so everything can get back to do. And then finally out of nowhere, like, no, hey bro, good to see y'all. Blah blah blah. Hey, bye y'all.
Yep.
And he fucking.
I was like, hey, y'all, it was a pleasure. I'm out. I gotta go to work.
So my question is, when you get that high, is there like an equivalent of a hangover?
Nah, it's not the high, more or less. It's the uncomfortability of being that high without something to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you like smoking back to back to back, you gotta have like some water next to you. That's why you see me go in my bag.
You know, I just mean
My
in
little cookies
general.
and shit.
I just mean in general, like waking up the next morning after being that high.
You feel like you needed to sleep a little more because you're still coming down.
Kind of burnt out a little bit.
Yeah, because it just
okay.
builds up. Like people say you can only get so high. That's cap.
No,
That's cap.
Oh no.
Because the more you smoke, the higher you're gonna get.
I've heard that you could get so high, you get unhigh.
Yeah, and that's to the point that I was getting to.
Like you cross
during
to the other side.
During the end of the show, that's why I was able to pick everything the fuck up and bounce. Because I was at that point, like I was so high, I was unhigh. I was just uncomfortable in the face.
I'm sure all of us have been to the point to where we've drank so much we've drank ourselves sober.
Yeah.
No, that's
absolutely.
never happened to me.
Oh no,
Really?
That's never happened to me.
that's cap. You ain't never went to boat lesson then.
No, I've drank to the point where, all right, my best one was the day I got alcohol poisoning. I drank and drank. This was during the
that
Four
was that
Loco
Four
era.
Loko. Yep.
The Four Loco era. I had a homeboy with an in-ground pool. Shout out Kyle, my guy, since kindergarten. But he used to have an in-ground pool, and
Kyle
we
married and shit now.
we were like
Crazy.
15, 16, and we played this game called We're Gonna Line the Pool with empty Four Loco cans.
There is no game called that, by the way.
Please do not try that.
Don't
at
ever
home.
try that. Don't ever try that shit. So I don't remember how many I drank, but it was more than 5. And I remember getting out of the pool, and then I woke up at home. That is exactly how it went in my head. I'm stepping out of the pool. I remember feeling the water fall off of me as I'm walking into the house, and then I woke up in my bed.
See, and that'll never happen to you off of weed. You're just gonna know that, like because there's, like I said, if you sitting there and you smoking and you don't have anything to replenish you at all, you're not gonna feel it. And I'm, you know me, I'm not an alcohol drinker, so
Right.
I'm not about to sit there and chug a fucking whiskey sour of all
Yeah,
things to
yeah,
clear
yeah.
my cotton mouth. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm an alcohol
it's-
drinker, and I wouldn't chug a whiskey
it's more
sour.
or less a
You don't do that.
uncomfortability than
Like, I just gotta go.
feeling
I just
of
gotta go.
stopping. Right,
I just gotta go.
Right. It's like, yeah, nah, I'm through. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
and-
when he went to pass it to me, I was like, nah, I'm straight.
No, like one day, look, if you put the camera on me, y'all remember back in the day when you used to be able to like pop the back of your phone off and take your battery out?
Yes.
So, fast forward a week later, like the next weekend, mind you, the next day, I thought like I borrowed my mom's car because I left my wallet, everything at your dude's house. So I borrowed my mom's car to drive back over there to go get it. On that ride there's a apartment complex that's mainly bricks. I thought about whipping the wheel and just driving into the brick wall just to kill myself. Like, I didn't want to feel like this no more.
Hi.
I walked in the dude's house, walked over to him. I'm trying to be Scott. I walk over, put my arm around him. Hey, bud. And all he did was go, don't. I was like, yeah, I feel you. But fast forward the next weekend, I'm sitting there with my phone and I'm like doing one of these. I'm watching TV and I'm just kind of like this. And I just go, and like I'm sniffing my phone. And like the house that I was at, everybody's looking at me like, the fuck are you doing? And I was like, yo. And like I cracked the back case off and you could see like dried vomit. So I called my partner because I knew what night this happened. Called my partner up and I said, yo, did I throw up that night? And his old lady took the phone out of his hand. She went, did you throw up? She went, you walked into the house, walked straight to the couch, fell on the couch. Like, we thought you were going to suffocate yourself. So we turned you over and put your phone on your chest so you wouldn't lose it. And you started projectile vomiting like the fucking Exorcist. Like, yeah, so no, I've never drank myself sober, sir. That's never happened. It's never happened. Like, I get to the point where my brain stops recording. Like, there's been nights that, like, I didn't black out per se, but, like, because I remembered the night as it was happening, but then the next day, bits and pieces are gone.
See, but that's what I was
But I
talking about.
remember it happening. I just don't remember all the details.
See, but that's what I was talking about the race and the marathon.
Yeah.
Prepared for the marathon, not the race.
First time I drank myself sober was a Saturday night at Republic. Me and Devin working the front door.
That's crazy that's actually a thing.
yeah.
Is it like wine? Like wine?
No, it's just
Oh.
you get so drunk and you just keep going, and then all of a sudden it's like, I'm not drunk.
Yeah,
you
I
start
think
drinking
I
again.
think that's when you go into like paralysis. Like your brain just shut down and thinks that everything's okay. Like you know how they say when you're going to sleep and you kick yourself back awake, the kick of death.
Yeah.
That's your body not knowing if you're going to sleep or dying, so it jolts it to wake you back up.
Trying to jumpstart
Yeah,
your
it's the
nervous
same
system.
thing. It's like your brain going, no, you're okay. You're okay.
You're fine. You're fine.
But me and Devin worked that front door all night, and then we got off. It was probably 4 or 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Bourbon Heat. Bourbon Heat used to do the after hours. We stayed there till like
First time I ever experienced the Bourbon Street shooting at Bourbon Heat. Hell yeah.
we stayed there till like 10 a.m.
Felt like Simba.
Then we went to Sneaky Pete's. We're sitting at Sneaky Pete's. Devin looks at me and goes, "You want to go to a Saints game?"
Hell yeah.
I said, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, just bought us 2 tickets." We walked to the Superdome, drank. Saints won. We walked back to Bourbon Heat
Drink.
and stayed at Bourbon Heat till 12 o'clock Monday morning.
Hey, no.
Oof.
My 31-year-old body just almost punched you in the face. Like, absolutely not.
I was 22 at this point.
Yeah. No, we did some wild shit.
Rhyme
We're
age.
not gonna get into that. But first of all, if you can hand me that Sprite, thank you to Josh Wingirter. That was an incredible fucking episode. I honestly, and this happens sometimes when we have
Coming with a vending machine next time we go fuck with
shit. But number one,
pack to go
I want to say about that in particular. Number one, thank you to Josh Wingirter. That was a whole lot of fun. Like I normally get very nervous when new guests come in because I don't know how they're gonna do. I don't know if we'll be able to keep because like I go in with some questions that I want to ask, but over the most part I build off of the guest, and like that is one of my things that I need to get over. But I do have an like get nervous because I'm just like, if this sucks.
But you got to think though, we're not the radio. You
Yeah,
know what
right.
I'm saying? We're
But we still have to
here-
keep attention.
Right, we're literally here for a conversation at the end of the day. Like,
And I don't want to have to force it.
exactly.
That's my
exactly.
thoughts.
We're not here for just an interview. It's more or
Yeah.
less an interview because of a conversation.
Right.
You know?
Well, from there, also the other person who we need to also greatly acknowledge was Mr. Keith Eccles.
Absolutely.
He was on that fucking episode dropping fucking gems, son.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him on here by himself. 'Cause
He-
I didn't, and I'll go ahead and I'll speak on that. He wasn't in the camera angle because I didn't know if he wanted to be because of his, work with the schools and stuff like that. And it was,
It was weed.
slightly cloudy in that.
A little cloudy.
Slightly cloudy.
But in his defense, every time Josh shot it like, he was like, nope.
A little bit of
But
overcast.
but he also was he was fantastic, man. And like I feel like Turtle came through. Like he showed up with because I was like, there's gonna be a fifth mic, and he was like, all right. He showed up with a mic, with a fucking another mixer, like everything that connected correct. It just wouldn't happen. Like no matter how much he tried, for some reason that microphone would not pick up Keith's voice correctly.
At all.
So I definitely I talked to Josh about it already. I want to see about getting Keith on here again. Just him, so we can just sit there and talk because my man's got some knowledge. He's been in this game a long time, and I don't know how many people are that interested in
Not
art.
this game, but like the paint game.
No, like the art game. It's just life, dog. Like you're teaching, fucking like
Parenthood, all of that shit.
and I've never gotten like the interview, and this is no way like this. Like if you listen to the episode, like we even said like Keith was kind of like a last minute replacement. Like we didn't even know he was coming until that day. And
Shout out Nate Jones.
straight up. And then from there, he ended up becoming like, I've never gotten more messages about one episode than that one.
Absolutely.
Because the interview was for Josh, but people messaged me more about Keith.
Right.
Josh got his flowers too. Like,
Absolutely.
don't get me wrong,
Absolutely.
but I've never had that many people like, yo, was that Mr. Eccles?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
Actually,
I didn't even know Cat like
I want to
beforehand.
read a comment from one of the post where Miss Buff One commented on
Miss Buff
talking about
The buff one.
talking about Josh. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I find it.
But yeah, so we're definitely gonna try to have that sometime soon. And this goes out to you guys, the viewers. The reason that we didn't have it because Josh offered to do it this weekend. The reason I said no is because normally when we have like almost the same guest, if you will, back to back, the views drop, and I feel like I don't want to do that to Keith. I feel like they're like, oh well, we just heard him last week, so blah blah blah, and I don't want to do that to Keith. Keith deserves the numbers because he was just as good as of a guest as Josh.
Well, the comment says the first comment was, loved Mr. Keith and Josh on the show. It was fun listening to Scott get his energy reciprocated. And yes, the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And she said, last comment, I promise, but Josh, your vibes are admirable, and I appreciate you holding it down for the stoner community, erasing the stigma day by day. And I can definitely agree to that.
Yes.
While I do not smoketh the weedeth, I do agree that it is massively stigmatized for absolutely no reason.
Absolutely. They're all labeled as idiots.
One of my old jobs, actually, I remember asking them one day because it was like national. I remember asking them one day, like, so like y'all have a branch in Denver, Colorado. So like it's legal out there. Like, so can they smoke weed out there? And he was like, no, not if you want to work for the company. And I'm like, that's so fucking stupid.
Still got to abide by company policy.
Which is crazy. But moving on. So, pew pew. We have a little bit of an announcement to make.
Yeah, we do.
A little bit of an announcement to make. So, as you all know, what episode does this start?
This is episode 95.
95 people. And we've gotten a couple of messages. We've gotten a couple of people running into us on the street. We've had a couple of encounters. And motherfuckers have asked, hey, what are y'all going to do for the 100? What are y'all going to do for the 100? What are y'all going to do for the 100th? What are y'all going to do for the 100th? We have decided... we have decided that for the 100th episode, we will be doing Hit the Intro Music. A live podcast.
I feel like I just walked into the final boss.
So for the 100th episode, we will be doing our first live show. God damn it. Finally happening. The day that we have all been waiting for has been announced. So yeah, we finally found a venue.
Y'all get to talk shit to Scott face
to face. Y'all can reciprocate my energy in person. You don't have to yell at your stereo anymore for one night.
It's only gonna be Jared. Just stand up, Scott. Fuck off.
Shut up. Shut up, Scott. You don't know what you're talking about, Scott. There's gonna be that one drunk idiot. I know it.
Sean flipping a table in the back.
Oh God, corner. It's gonna be fantastic. But we're all going to be out there. I talked to Joe already. Joe already said that he has worked that weekend, but it's in the city, and he said I can either take off or just come after. So the whole Hangover podcast will be in the building.
What?
And we're going to be out there. We'll be answering. I might even do something to where y'all can leave voicemails before we go on. Y'all can listen to them with us, first.
Yeah.
Live. We'll try to figure it out, but we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be at Paradise on La Palco on the West Bank because I wanted our first show to be kind of small, but also I knew home, and I know we could fill it up with our people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm terrified. I've never done a live show like that before, where I'm actually the headliner, if you will, or me and my peoples.
It's all right. I have. It's been plenty of shows.
It's happened so many times. But yeah, man. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be dope, and I hope to see all of you guys there. There's no cover charge. It's literally at a bar that everybody would regularly be going to on a Saturday night.
Yep.
It's gonna
gotta pay for tickets.
I forgot about that. September 3rd.
7
p.m.
From 7 to 11.
Yes, something like that. I don't know. I forgot all the details.
It's probably not going to be till 11.
Just watch Facebook.
Well,
you'll see all of it.
Either which way, we're going to be in there. It's not like we're going to be
we'll say
right,
7 till.
7 till.
Because the bar's not going to close. It's going to be open for y'all to party and get fucked up with us right afterwards.
Yeah, we're going to fucking hang out. We're going to get drunk. We're going to bullshit. It's going to be so much fun. I've been looking forward to this day for so long. And then we finally, we had not only a bar that we wanted to do it at, but we had to go through a couple little hoops, but it ended up just all right, let's do it. And it's so now this is mine to you. We need to prove to this bar that this isn't a mistake. Right. We need to prove to them, hey, they're going to, not that they have any hesitation, they're all for it. We had a discussion and it seems like it's going good. But they still are obviously, they've never done this before. They've never had a live show take place in their building. So they're a little hesitant, on They're gonna let us come.
Not a live show in the sense because I've done a show there.
No, you know what I
But
mean.
like
a
in a live
podcast.
sense of like right,
Like a
somebody
podcast.
just speaking.
Yes. They're used to people in there dancing and doing all of the other stuff. You know what I mean? But now we're literally telling them, like, look, we're going to come in, we're going to sit down, we're going to have some people in here, and we're going to talk. And they're like, okay.
But they also they weren't familiar with the show, so we had to get them familiarized with that, the aspects of it. Had to let them know that there's drinking, that so people would be inclined to go to the bar, things of that nature. So
Yeah, the show itself's revolved around having drinks with friends.
Right.
And talking shit. So
it's kind of easier for us to provide all you bitches liquor when you got to pay for it yourselves.
Just buy your
But
own beer.
we're working on. I want to talk to them and like try to work on. We'll have like a hangover like themed drink just that night, and just so, like we're gonna try to get the most out of this because who knows when we'll do it again. I would obviously if it goes well, we'll do it more. If it doesn't, we'll probably wait a little while. But what I really want more than anything is if you support the show, if you enjoy the show, if you have fun listening to this, please come out because. If this is a good turnout, not only does that look good if we try to do another live show, but we can all like we're still going to record video while we're out there. People would like to see that they like that people come out and listen and see us and all of this other stuff. So if you're going to be free that night, it's September 3rd, 7 p.m. If you got work, fucking take off. If you're going to have your kid, drop them off at that baby mama that you fucking hate or baby daddy that you can't stand. Come out, have some fucking drinks with us, and let's have a good fucking time. Jason won't be able to come.
Oh, I'll be there. Jason will be there, front and center.
So, but it's been a long journey, and we're finally here, guys.
Yes.
Fucking awesome.
Yes.
You've been. I know you and I have had a bunch of conversations about doing a live show.
Scott's
Yeah.
gonna do his first 20 minutes of stand up, so y'all be ready for that. It's gonna be dope.
I do not want to hear about airplane food.
Right, Scott?
What's the deal? How long into the new year do you say Happy New Year? What's the deal? Yeah, we'll see how that
You know
goes.
what really grinds my gears? Nah, he ain't doing no stand
I
up.
ain't
That
doing no
nigga
fucking
barely stand up, just period.
I would love to do stand-up, but I don't have the patience.
Yeah, I don't think any of us, because I've gotten that comment for quite a few of us. Is like, I should do stand up.
Yeah, I would love to.
Unfortunately, we aren't the 85 South Show. We
And
aren't
unfortunately-
all comedic geniuses.
And unfortunately, you're
We just
you're also kind of downplaying comedians when you say stuff like that because the amount of work. Oh, they just go up and tell jokes.
No.
Negative.
No, like the amount of work that's been put into that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into all of our topics, thank you for coming, Jason.
I'm glad
Do
to
we
be
have
here.
podcast beef?
No, we do not have. I mean, you might have to talk.
Turtle
To,
drop his shit. You know what I'm saying?
you might have to talk to my host about that. But
Yeah. So what's going on, man? What's going on with the show? First and foremost, we ain't got to start with the beef. You know what I'm saying? We can work up to it.
So Toxicity took a little time off. We had a little bit of disagreements
Okay.
that we settled out.
Good.
You know,
Good.
Just we had to take some time to sit back, refocus. I feel like things popped off a little bit faster than we expected,
Absolutely.
It happens.
and it did become overwhelming, and we got a little complacent.
Yeah, I mean, because that's my thing, and like I think I talked about this on the show, and like me and Zoe had talked about it. So like I don't think that I'm like putting business out there, but like she even kind of talked about it on the last episode y'all did. But like I told, like, dog, y'all got something. Like it would be so stupid to just let that go. And I hope that y'all got y'all heads like in the right place now to continue that because I mean y'all I throw shots a lot, but I do that with degenerates too. I do that with everybody. But I mean y'all got something, man.
That's the people we are. We throw shots at each other because that's
hangover.
how we show love.
It's the Hangover Podcast, man.
Right. We're not going to tell you we love you. We're just going to throw shit at
We,
you.
Yeah. So you shut the fuck up.
We're gonna crack jokes on you. That's
Pussy.
just who we are.
But before we go any further, thank you for coming with us, Mr. Jason. If you want.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, sir. So we're gonna have a little shot right now. Texas Craft Pickle Vodka with Turtle with the Jameson.
You're
All right, here's my issue. It's so good on the upturn, but then once it leaves your mouth, it's got the weirdest aftertaste.
It's got almost like it's supposed to be spicy, but it's not.
No, like it feels like it leaves like a waxy on my tongue, and I don't like it. I don't know where that comes from. Anyway, but after what, 2 months?
I want to say our last episode was right after Mardi Gras.
Oh shit!
It's been
3
a little
months?
minute.
4 months?
Yeah, been a little minute.
Are you excited?
I have been waiting to get behind a mic. I miss it. Doing a podcast is something I actually enjoy because I do enjoy, like y'all do, sitting around a table with friends, drinking, bullshitting, and what toxicity is based around just spilling tea.
Yeah.
Just talking shit.
Speaking of spilling tea, so we got podcast beef or what?
Circled right back to that shit.
You know, I tried to avoid that question.
It ain't going nowhere, baby. It's right here. Look, I'm gonna pull it back for you. I lapped the block. I'm coming back to pick you up.
Full 360.
I mean,
So there was some things said on Twitter.
Twatting.
We ain't got to go into it. It's there.
Tweeting.
But some shots were thrown back and forth at an associate of ours,
Twitter fingers turning trigger.
and the unfortunately not here, Mr. Average Joe. He took offense to that. That something was said by your co-host, and so a little bit of a Twitter war, if you will, happened between Average Joe and Zoe, and then from there,
Oh, so we naming names.
the brand got blocked. Dog, she blocked the brand.
She said she ain't want none of our funk ass cups.
I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to toxicity, Zoe is the brand.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I am her co-host, you know, and not to say I follow her lead,
Right.
but where she drives that car, I'm in the passenger seat.
Gotcha.
You know,
So you do have podcast beef. Because she seems to have podcast beef.
man, how fast is this question lapping the block?
That bitch is doing police speeds, my guy. That bitch pulling around like homeboy just hit a house.
Well, like
He
some
going
shit-
through the backyard.
Well, like you know, I saw the little Twitter war between Joe and Zoe, and then from there,
Joe and Zoe.
and then Jozo, and then from there, it was like, oh, she blocked the brand. I was like, what the fuck did Me Turtle and Nikki do?
Well, when it,
She talks to me on Snapchat all the time.
The fuck?
yeah,
Yeah.
So why she blocked the brand?
She don't
though?
like you niggas.
The brand.
when it came to
Did
that,
she hit a little shots I took?
yeah,
You some banter. You some banter.
I think you say yeah.
I heard the cork pop. Driving to the gym at 5 a.m. Restart the episode. Hold up, what the fuck did I just hear?
Hey, that wasn't aimed at you. That was like, hey, you block us on Twitter. We gotta take at least a shot. You know what I'm saying? We gotta pew pew. Something small, like a Tory Lanez gun. Pew pew.
Almost wrecked my truck. Still half asleep, one eye open.
But anyway, you were saying?
I mean, when it came to that Twitter stuff, that was a very emotional week for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I
That's
understand
what we
100%.
figured it was.
And I know certain people in that do already have their beef with each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel like the emotions pushed it past.
Past that.
Yeah.
That's what I
make-
said. It was
to
an
make it
emotional
public.
outlet.
Emotional
like that.
reaction.
Yep.
And no, there ain't no pod beef.
Okay, cool.
And to be fair, the animosity that was coming from Zoe on Twitter, that person couldn't even see it.
True too.
Yeah, they got her muted. So yeah.
Well, it was like from there.
So she would have never even caught wind, but Joe caught it. So
Right, and Joe's Joe.
That needs no explanation.
Yeah, once Joe gets a bone, it's fucking.
He's gonna tag it, but
Dog with a bone.
but like I don't, because like at the end of the day, I think what y'all, I think I don't know what I would do with it if I ever caught one. But I do think at the end of the day, like what y'all do have is something special. Like I knew that from episode 1, or maybe not episode 1, but like once y'all like
I knew that from
once y'all fixed y'all's equipment, and then I could actually like clearly hear you guys. That's when I was like y'all are on to something. You know
Yeah, I
what
told
I'm
her
saying?
that when it was literally just the little one USB mic she had. I was
Yeah.
like, you can see the idea.
Yeah.
You got something good. You just need to get it there.
And what got me too was somebody literally messaged me the other day and was like, "Y'all need to do something where like like West Bank confessions,
Oh.
like type shit, and they could send in like their experiences and y'all could read them out, and like that's toxicity.
Yep.
That's some of our.
That's y'all. You know what I'm
Like-
saying? Like that ain't us.
That's some of our best episodes.
If
Some
you-
of our best statistic
about to cry?
episodes. No.
Oh,
And again, the moment.
just
so
some of
many
our
times.
best episodes. Sorry,
Sorry,
go
bro.
ahead.
I'm around cats. My sign.
Meet Harley. Sorry.
Statistically, some of our best episodes are the ones where we put out the
Fan engaged.
Yeah, the fan engage.
Fuck yeah.
We put out the what was it called? The Google whatever.
Yeah, the Google Docs.
Google survey.
Google Docs.
Surveys.
One of those.
Anyway,
I'm still mad I ain't get to put my application in.
I won a co-host spot, which I still plan on
Cashing
turning
in
in my coupon.
So what you gonna ask when you first get there? So we got
podcast beef.
This motherfucking car been sitting around the corner waiting to make the block.
I dropped you off, but I'm gonna circle the block. I'm gonna come right back.
We'll come right back.
But anyway, you saying?
But those are our best episodes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's what got me drawn in. That was the first episode.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because y'all put out a survey and y'all say, hey, we have a question. Answer this.
Yeah.
I click on it real quick, just bullshit. I just click on it and it goes, hey, what was your blah, 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 blah. And then I type it in. And then next week, I'm like, oh, they dropped a new episode. Let me go see if they read my shit.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
it's easier for her because she's a hot bisexual female.
Okay.
Anybody's gonna answer that fucking question.
Correct.
It could be
I'm
like, should I
saying.
eat Popeyes with my drawers instead of a fork? And they'll be like, yeah, 100%, because if you use the drawers, you won't have to wash no dishes, just laundry. I don't know.
and it's crazy because she got a forehead like a folded garbage bag.
Absolutely,
But
bitch. The
still love
forehead
her.
look like the back of a VW bus. Love you, Zoe.
no, but that's my thoughts. It's like, and like,
Y'all over here messing with her forehead, missing the biggest feature.
Her nose.
She built like Toucan Sam.
damn.
I knew you was gonna say her nose.
Damn.
She got a nose like Owen Wilson.
She got a nose like a Jameson bottle. Yo, y'all remember the episode of Family Guy when Lois was mad at Peter, so he had like half a sandwich, and he was like, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat your nose."
My girl look like Phineas.
But yeah, man. So like, I saw on the post that she made about the upcoming comeback episode that she had a lot of tea to spill. Are we the tea?
Yeah.
No.
You ungrateful motherfucker.
No.
Y'all be playing basketball in Pelican Bay if I didn't talk about y'all on my podcast.
I love that girl to death, but her poor life is like it's like a train that makes its own tracks.
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
off them motherfuckers and somehow
Yeah,
finds
but
its way back.
They don't
ever
come back
seen
to
Wild
pick
Wild
up.
West?
They don't come back to pick up.
They catch 2 blocks.
Nah, man, but like at the end of the day, I love Zoe, man, and like I hate that like it turned into this thing of, like we blocking each other on social media. We having word, well, like not us, but like our team are having we're having words back and forth one way or the other. You know, I don't like that because like I think at the end of the day, we are like New Orleans like podcasts, like the stuff that we're looked down on almost like.
Oh yeah,
You know,
the
we
West
had
Bank
some-
podcast is like the little ugly step.
We had somebody a couple of months ago try to talk shit about us, and then we all attacked her fucking ass.
Yeah.
And but I mean, I feel like we all got to stick together. I think we're all very talented. I like the Degenerates are doing a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hold DeMayo's doing his fucking thing. Like I think Toxicity has like a niche that's perfect for what it is that y'all do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love what we do. Like if other people like it or don't, I don't care. I love what we do.
I enjoy it.
And the people that I talk to love what we do. So I mean, I feel like we're really on to something. And there's a lot of money to be made, and I don't think that that's going to happen through bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Zoe and Toxicity, man. Like I hope we can like figure this out, and I'm sure you'll be that olive branch or whatever it is. But let her know when y'all record, she is welcome to talk, because I would love to hear why we got blocked. I don't know what I did, but
See, now I'm
tell
gonna,
her how respectful she is how respectfully we respond.
now I'm gonna have to ask the question. This question's catching the block again.
Do we got podcast
The bottom, the
beef?
fucking cork gonna pop, and you gonna hear Jason go. So we got podcast beef. It's just a question.
No, because real talk, I got
You know what? Now that's how I'm starting it. I'm popping that cork and all you can hear is, so we got beef with the hangover?
Nah, because
You
overall,
gonna get her hype. She gonna be on that bitch. You fucking right. We got beef with the Hangover.
her head gonna be jumping just like that too. Do it again.
Forehead gleaming and shit.
We're gonna be goddamn 2 minutes in. I still ain't even played the intro.
Oh man, still in the bedroom touching her do rags and shit. Oh no, poking his head out the bedroom. What have y'all done? But anyway,
You made it mad.
all right. And then on
I
top
ain't
of
got
that,
no old man. She got a tender. I seen it. I seen it. I'm snitching.
but aside from that, well, good luck to y'all first and foremost. Like
Absolutely.
I really hope that y'all can get back in the rhythm and do everything that y'all need to do. With that being said, you called me the other day. We had a little bit of a conversation on the phone. You said that you had a bone to pick with us about some things that we talked about. Pick your bone, my G.
Okay.
Pick your bone.
All right. So a couple weeks ago with the Roe v. Wade stuff.
Yeah. You wrong. Done. Moving on. Go ahead.
You had somebody on the podcast, and the whole time he said he was playing devil's advocate.
Absolutely.
Why not actually have somebody who is either pro-life or for the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
Because if we have anybody on here that is, and this is real talk, the only people that I could think of to call that could do the Roe v. Wade thing, I want to have somebody on here that can either make me, so it's difficult because you can't change my mind on this, and I don't want it to be a 2.5 hour punching bag.
Correct.
Us just going back and forth. I would like to have somebody on here, but like that wouldn't be fair, because what I'm about to say is I wish I could have somebody on here that I could potentially change their mind when I'm not open-minded enough for you to change my mind on it. So that's not fair. Right. But also, most of the pro-lifers are psychopaths.
Yeah.
If you're a pro-lifer, 9 times out of 10, you're a fucking garbage disposal. Like it's hard to even talk to some of them. The Roe v. Wade thing, you made your feelings known. It got brought to a state level. That's it.
I'm done.
That's all we're talking about. That's what I wanted. The decision was brought down to state where it should be.
Should be.
Now we're done talking about it. Anything after that is a moral issue that that was what our conversation turned into. But from there, you talk to somebody that's like, you're murdering babies, and it's like, yeah.
There's literally
So
a section. There's literally a section in the Bible that says if your wife is pregnant by another man, an abortion should be had.
Yeah, well.
So for all the pro-lifers who try to use the Bible, you're using a book
No,
written by
because
man.
I've dealt with the
And they only
religious.
use pieces of it.
I've dealt with the religious nutcases, and my other thing too was like, people are using it as a form of birth control. It's a very effective form of birth control.
Yep.
Whoa.
I mean, it is. Like, let's just be honest here.
I'd rather my girl invest in Plan B than fucking birth control, because I know that shit gonna work.
And also birth control, how badly it fucks up people's bodies. Like that's another thing that they don't talk about is like the way that it fucks women's bodies up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we fuck it up in a good way. Like you could take a flat-chested chick, put on birth control, and bow, double D's.
But when
You know what I'm saying?
But when you have the argument of Plan B as opposed to abortion,
Yeah, facts.
it does become a different argument. Plan B, it's barely even a clump of cells yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Abortion,
you got 72 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
abortion, and going back to the morality thing, it all depends on what state you go to.
Yeah.
According to
Which is crazy to me.
According to the law passed in Colorado this past year, you can have an abortion 7 days after birth.
Wait, how does that work? Like they stab the baby in the head?
They let it die.
Wow. All right, no, that's wild.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's murder.
wild.
That's murder.
Okay, wait. So now to kind of turn my own argument back on me and play the pro-life card here.
Go for it.
So
When it's not dependent on the mother.
so the birth canal, in your opinion,
No, when it's not dependent on the mother.
okay, but here's the thing. According to science, some babies can be viable outside the womb at 24 weeks.
Right.
Some can be viable outside the womb at 36 weeks.
Is it still in the womb?
Correct.
Scoop it out.
But what if
Get it out of me.
What if you do a cesarean and it can survive outside?
Okay, then we don't need it anymore. Like, you can go do your own thing.
But that's not how an abortion's done. Abortion doesn't take that into consideration.
Wait. When you said C-section, like, what if it can come out during it? Like, what does that mean? Wait. Like,
36 weeks is
Say it all
8
again.
months, right?
Say it all again.
36 weeks is about 8 months, yes.
Yeah, I was
But,
gonna say our homegirl Megan. Her daughter was born at 6 months and is here today, healthy, fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was the standard that was.
She wanted her, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
but
Well, she didn't know she was
That
pregnant.
was the standard that was used during Roe. Was viability.
Okay.
Viability is such a scientifically argued standpoint
Yes.
because some babies could be viable at 24 weeks.
Like
some can be.
some people
viable
try to
at
pull the whole
36.
thing, like, and some people try to pull the whole bullshit of like its first breath is life. So, so you mean to tell me the day before the baby's born you can get an abortion? See, even I got an issue with that.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's where most of America lies. More than 75% of America When it comes to the first trimester,
Yeah, we on the abortion shit again, guys.
yeah,
Here
probably.
we are.
I'm here. When it comes to the first trimester, no restrictions. Second trimester, very little restrictions. Third trimester, heavy restriction
On abortion.
on abortion.
Absolutely.
That's where most of America lies.
As it should be.
That's your morality.
Yeah.
Okay, now you look at Colorado, who has abortion all the way up to point of birth and beyond.
Right.
That's against your morality. Who are you to set Colorado's morality? Who is Colorado to set Alabama's? Who is Alabama to set
Who is Colorado
Texas?
to set everybody in the state of Colorado's morality?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
That's
here's where my opinion lies. Number one, as a man, I don't feel like I should be able to tell a woman what she can and cannot do with her body. You want to do drugs, you got a parasite in you that you want to get scooped out, you got all of this other shit going. I don't give a fuck what you do. I might advise against it. That's another thing that I think doesn't get tapped into a lot, is just because I'm pro-choice doesn't mean I think you should get an abortion.
Right.
If you want to have the kid, if you're against, go for it.
Yeah.
So the
But the problem is motherfuckers look at people and they're like, oh, well, I'm pro-choice. Like, you like to kill babies. And it's like, if you want to.
Right. I mean, that's your choice.
that's not everybody that's against Roe v. Wade.
That's a lot of people.
It very much
I'd
is.
say most.
It is a lot of people that are pro-life, but there are a bunch of us that are, and I hate to say play the middle ground, but play the middle ground. You know,
Why do you think that the idea of if a woman should be able to get an abortion should be in the state's hands?
I don't think that should be in
He does.
anybody's hands.
He does.
I don't think the what you do with your body shouldn't be in a law.
That's what I'm
know what I'm
asking
saying?
him.
okay, all right. Here's where it comes to a morality standpoint, and that's what I keep drawing it back to. is
Right, morality.
According to our Constitution, 14th Amendment, equal protection under the law. When does that baby become a life? And when does it qualify under the 14th Amendment?
So you're saying we got to draw a line in the sand?
I'm saying that is for every state to choose where that line is drawn.
Yeah, but what if there is no line?
Yeah, I'm about to say that. I don't think there should be a line to draw.
Every
Oh, there absolutely should.
so
I don't know, man. I don't think
So
you should
in-
be able to tell somebody what they should do, whether it's wrong or not. That's
So,
you know what I'm saying?
the
Now,
reason
we
I say
come
there
down
should
to-
be a line is, like, do you think that the baby should be allowed to die 7 days after it's born?
no, because then
That's what I'm
so
talking
you
about.
just drew a line.
well, that's
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Murder, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean.
But why?
See?
But why?
Because now it's a baby.
That's you're literally saying the argument. They're saying it's a baby while it's inside, and it's murder if you kill it while it's inside.
You see,
That's what they believe.
every
See,
every
I see what
government
you're saying.
the basis of government is every government makes a contract with its citizens. You pay taxes.
Right.
We provide certain protections.
yeah,
Right.
One of those is the sustainment of life.
Right.
At what point does that fetus, embryo, whatever you want to call it,
third trimester.
I say when it got a heartbeat.
That's from the beginning.
that's 6 weeks.
Yeah,
You were very early, my friend.
I don't know. I don't have babies.
We didn't know she was pregnant until 5 weeks.
Yeah, I don't have babies, so
So
I don't know these things.
so
So now you just limited us to a week.
Once he gets rid of the tail, there you go.
now you add a very moral argument.
Yeah,
Once it looks like a baby, I
The
guess.
only way this moral
once he got
argument
fingernails. Sorry, go ahead, Jason.
the only way this moral argument ever gets settled is you either leave it to the states or whatever state gets to 30 first can add an amendment to the Constitution.
Well, the flaw to me behind that logic is now, like me, Scott, I was born in Louisiana. I date a woman that was born in Louisiana. Let's say we don't have well-paying jobs. Now we're trapped in a state that doesn't allow abortions. Like, let's say Louisiana doesn't. So now
10 years down the line.
what if I don't have the funds to get to another state to get an abortion? What if I don't have the funds to, you know what I'm saying? Like this, that, and the fifth.
There are people all over the world who don't have food. Sorry for your situation. And that's a shit.
So should we, like, but
That's
should,
a
shitty
but
position.
should
That's a
we-
shitty thing
but,
to say.
But that's the thing. Should we support that? Like other people got it shitty, so let's make it shitty for you.
No,
But
I don't think
shitty.
that, but
It's a shitty situation.
It is.
And
Nah,
that is a very that's a conundrum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run back to the 7 days after.
That's been circulating in
No,
your head.
because I feel like y'all turned my statement into something that I wasn't actually saying.
No, I
So
know. No, we know
what
that's not what you were saying.
So what I'm saying is, you shouldn't be able to tell somebody what to do with their body. That's no longer their body.
Indeed.
So that's murder.
Some people would.
I don't. But that's not a morality standpoint. That's logic.
No.
That's now a person.
I literally had somebody
That's
tell me.
now a person.
I literally had somebody tell me
it's
when
not inside you anymore.
I literally had somebody tell me while I was making my argument on Twitter.
Right.
About like the whole Roe v. Wade thing. Somebody literally said to me, nobody gives a fuck what that woman does with her body. It's the body that's inside of her that's not hers. People are like, literally the stuff that you're saying, people are using that as an argument.
But
for the other thing.
at a certain point, like, that thing's got to live off of me, and it's pretty much a parasite. So
No, my response to that was nobody. The dude
once
said,
it's out of my body and living on its own, now it has its own decision to be.
it has a social security number, man.
As soon as that, there you go. That's the standard. As soon as that motherfucker got a social security number, you can't touch that baby.
No.
Wait. Time out. You know how many people we got living in this country who don't have a social security number?
Kill Mexicans. That's what Turtle just said.
I guess Trump 2024. I don't know where I'm going with this.
But like, what got me was, God, fuck, Turtle kind of made me forget what I was saying. But
you see what I'm saying?
No,
though,
I
right,
get
right,
exactly
right.
what you're saying.
You shouldn't. I don't think you should be able to tell anybody
No.
what to do with their own body.
That was
but
my
at
response.
the same point, when that baby's out of the body, so Colorado is the motherfucker should be in question.
Yeah.
Because them niggas is murdering people.
But like my response to that dude, whenever he said, he was like, nobody cares what women do with their body. We care about the body that's inside of her that's not hers. And I said, okay, cool, get it the fuck out.
Yep.
I don't want it in me anymore.
Yep. Let it live on its own. If it can make it past this, we got it.
Cool. And then
But-
I posed the question.
Uh-oh.
What question?
Y'all want these babies to live, right?
Yep.
All babies are babies.
Babies.
Even that little clump of cell floating around in that
nigga with the
womb that's
tail.
not even developed yet.
I seen Splice.
That's a baby. Right?
Okay. I'll give you that.
As soon as it pops, take care of it.
Yo,
Donate money every month. Help me take care of this
pay
baby.
child support for my baby.
Fucking, y'all, this life is precious. All life matters. Help me take care of it then. I don't have the money for it. That's why I want to get rid of it, because I don't have the money for it.
Okay.
They gonna send your ass to the WIC office.
And as a conservative, I will say there are so many parents and couples that are waiting in the foster care system of every state, and it'll cost you almost $30,000.
It's almost unaffordable to adopt.
Yeah.
That is not.
I wanted a Chinese baby. They said $100K.
Oh my!
I swear to God, I looked it up.
Just because he thought the baby was gonna come with a wok and some chopsticks.
No, a ninja. Continue, Jason.
He was just looking for a little mobile calculator.
I really wanted a ninja.
He's looking for somebody to do his taxes for free.
I really want to wake up in the middle of the night, be sitting there like Grayson come in the room. Hey, Dad. Hey, bud, what's going on?
Han's doing that thing again.
The worst part is I looked at Scott. Scott is running through so many names in his
Trying
head.
not to sound racist.
Yeah,
I was like, Fast and the Furious, bro. Fast and the Furious.
That motherfucker said Han quick as fuck. Han in there doing that thing again. I go in there to go see what's Han doing, and she's up in the corner, just holding on to the like Splice, just holding on to the fucking wall.
Now, see, here's the problem. If
Tony
that was a
stopped
little white,
practicing at night.
if that was a little white baby, you'd be calling an exorcist.
Yes, only Asian babies can do that. There's something for every race.
I don't know, man. I seen The Grudge. That shit was. I don't know. I find a little Asian chick in my corner of the roof. I might freak
No,
out.
little Asian baby up in the corner of the roof. That's that. Like every race has their. We talked about this. Every race has their own thing. Little baby up in the corner. Look, that's an Asian baby. Kid shooting up a school. That's a white baby. Like that. We all got our own things as races. Like that's.
Black kid selling corn chips.
He's stealing.
You know what I'm saying?
Stealing.
Little baby shooting vodka. Russian.
Russian.
But anyway.
Little baby
So I mean
sniffing cocaine.
that's kind of where my whole thing is like, and like from a person of your perspective who's all about like George Washington and White House, and look at that shit, he got a George Washington shirt on.
Hold my beer.
I'm sure he said it, but like you're all about like the dollar bill and bald eagles in America. And
I do
God, did you
believe.
feed Jax?
no,
I do believe America is the greatest country ever.
Yeah, you're
ever
one of
built.
those. You're one of those guys. Hoorah.
Absolutely.
And so I get where your position. Like it says in the Constitution, in the amendments, it's a state issue. Leave it to the state. But we also had a conversation where I don't think certain things should even be up for discussion. Gay marriage, interracial marriage, abortion, this, that. I feel like there are things like I remember it being explained to me. God-given rights.
Yeah.
A God-given right is something that like the government can't just
Take-
afford to you.
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to breathe. You're allowed to food, water. Like that is a God-given right.
You're allowed to mate with
I
who
should
you
be able
please.
to. I should be able to marry whoever the fuck I want because it's not your life. It's my
Right.
fucking life.
Right.
I should be able to. If I want to marry a dude, I should be able to marry a dude. You want to know why? Because you're not gay. Stay the fuck out of my fucking relationship. You know what? I'm pregnant. Bikini season's coming up. You think I want a big belly on the beach, Jason?
But when you start,
Scoop it up.
Before I get stretch marks.
I hate that he turned that into a commercial.
I'm here for you.
Have y'all ever seen The Free State of Jones?
No.
So the Free
Is that the
State
one with
of-
Matthew McConaughey?
Yes, it is. It's a really fucking good.
Is that the
movie.
one where like the white
Check it
dudes
out.
defending the slaves?
It's sort of.
Kind of. Okay, that's
Sort
what I
of.
got from the trailer. Sorry.
Sort of. It's basically based on a trial in Mississippi back in the 1960s or 50s.
Sure.
Where a white man was trying to marry a white woman, but because of his lineage of a black woman being his great 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 grandmother, they wouldn't let him marry this white woman. But for some reason, back in that time, you had to do a DNA test
Okay.
before you were married, because interracial marriage was against the law then. So they had to make sure.
Wait,
that
this
if you
was in
were
the
married-
1900s?
In
Yes.
the 60s?
The way that the trailer looked like they were in the slave, like they were on the plantation.
Well, Matthew McConaughey, it flashes back.
Oh, okay,
Matthew
okay, okay,
McConaughey,
sorry.
Matthew McConaughey is his white grandfather.
Gotcha. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so it
Sorry.
tracks down.
Okay.
So it's based on the trial, but they tell the story to prove.
I'm with you. Go ahead.
Right. So basically, they thought the entire time that because, Matthew McConaughey's character got so famous for freeing these slaves and being with a black woman at the time and leaving his white wife that he only had one child. Mm-hmm. But he had a white son as well. And that's ended up being the guy's grandfather, and they ended up clearing it. But because of the argument, he was like, regardless of who my grandparents were, I should be able to marry whoever the fuck I want. And they ended up winning the case, and that stands as a law now nationwide. But it started in Mississippi for interracial marriage to be.
Because the issue is when you put it into the state's hands, that gives states the opportunity to say, I don't want you to, us 6 white men, old, over 60,
Yep.
don't
up,
think
Tom.
you should be allowed to have a baby.
Time out. Roe v. Wade was decided by 9 white men.
Either which way.
Roe v. Wade was decided by
Because
9
Roe v.
white
Wait
men.
back then was nothing but white men.
Facts. I
And
don't think they had
Casey
much options.
and Casey v. Planned Parenthood was decided by 4.
Yeah, and the panel that freed the slaves were all white men.
Yep.
Okay.
They weren't letting anybody else in.
So when you come to interracial marriage as well as gay marriage, now you are directly drawing from the 14th Amendment, as opposed to the decision that was written for Roe v. Wade, written by Chief Justice Blackmun in 1973.
Oh boy,
Joe says, "Suck my dick."
y'all stay awake.
Basically, what they did in that decision was they threw the 1st, the 4th, the 5th, the 9th, and the 14th Amendment at the wall and just drew from little parts of each of them.
Okay,
And that's where they came to their decision at.
to do what?
To make up a quote-unquote right to privacy.
Yeah,
There is no right to privacy in the United States Constitution.
is that okay?
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying what's there.
Okay, so obviously something needs to change.
Then they'd have to take off that thing where Google
Start
shows
something to
your
change
ass.
it. Start something to change it.
Stop supporting the old.
The United States Constitution has gotten us this far.
And there's clearly flaws.
Absolutely. What government doesn't have flaws?
Exactly. So why should we support something? Not saying that we should throw the whole thing out the window, but obviously
Fucking Europeans can't even have guns.
But obviously, if there's some stuff like no, wait, didn't they just have something happen with gay marriage? I don't know. Something just passed
They
or
had,
upheld or
So the House of Representatives
listen to this shit.
passed they codified.
Tell me what codify means. I thought it said codify.
Codify.
I don't know what it means.
It's just a different way of pronunciation. It means they took a decision from the Supreme Court and actually made it law.
Okay, and they did what with gay marriage?
They pretty much said gay marriage is legal.
Why are we talking about this?
Because what
Shouldn't they be allowed to get married no matter what?
the left is afraid is going to happen is exactly what has happened with Roe. And that's but in the decision for Dobbs v. Jackson's Women's Health, which is the case that overruled Roe v. Wade, the justice that wrote the decision said they do not want to hear anything about marriage, contraception, interracial marriage, gay marriage. Those are protected.
Yes.
Abortion is what this case is dealing with.
Correct. Because, like, I don't know, man. That's just where I stand with it. It's just like it shouldn't be up for discussion. Why are we discussing if gay people can still get married? Why are we discussing Why are we discussing if interracial marriage should still be a thing? Like, why are we discussing this? Like, why is a bunch of men discussing what women can do with their bodies? Like, why is this even a discussion?
Because we're 50 different cultures made into one country.
Are we? You remember 9/11?
I think we should have.
Yeah,
those.
Do you remember 9/11?
Absolutely.
As an American, do you remember 9/11?
Absolutely.
We were one when 9/11 happened.
No, I was in the 3rd grade.
No, we were all.
He means we were
one.
unified.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what do we need? Another fucking alien invasion?
Yeah.
We need something else bad to
Wow,
happen.
He's just gonna call.
I'm
them
an
people
Independence Day.
He's just gonna call them people aliens.
I'm an independent. Shut up. Illegal aliens. But that's where I'm at with it, man. Is I'm just like that. That's what I cannot get behind. I can't get behind motherfuckers in another room with us shit going on. They don't know Tina down the block that got raped by her dad and that. And I know that I said that last time we talked about it. I said we can't keep using that as an excuse. Nicole sent me a fucking video about the girl that got raped by a 30-year-old man. Now the 30-year-old man in this situation has custody of the child, and the rape victim is forced to pay child support to the rapist.
I've never heard that one.
And I will send it to you.
I will say this as somebody who does enjoy political arguments. I do enjoy that you brought up that point of not using rape and incest because they account for less than
1%.
1%.
That's why I said we got to be honest.
And you cannot use a minority to marginalize your argument.
Yeah,
it don't work.
My favorite argument for why we should uphold the Second Amendment.
A minion.
A minion.
I love those movies.
A minion.
Second Amendment.
Banana.
But my favorite argument for why we should uphold the Second Amendment. Why do you think we should be allowed to have guns?
It's to protect against tyranny
Because
from the
fuck
government.
you.
Yeah.
I like guns.
Yep, I like to shoot them.
It's my favorite thing. I like to collect them.
Yep.
I like to look at them.
I like to dump
My
them down
dick
and-
feels like it raises 6 inches when I get to shoot one.
I walk around naked
I
with my guns.
disagree. I don't think you should be allowed access to all of these guns. That's my personal opinion.
I don't think you need a fucking bazooka.
I completely disagree.
I don't think you need an AR-15.
Why not?
I don't think you need it.
Okay.
What do you need it for?
On a real
For what? Bro, you know how much killing you can do with that in the fucking...
Wait,
In a mall?
hold up. On a real argument, what do you believe the Second Amendment was put there for?
Fuck. To overtake the government if they ever decide that they want to try to take their rights.
Correct.
Take rights from
Yeah,
us.
absolutely.
Yeah, they got drones, motherfucker. We're
Okay.
not fighting drones.
But wait,
That's
here's
why
the
we
point.
need the bazooka. Damn.
Here's the point.
He answered
And
my question.
And as somebody who was in the Army for 9 years,
Yeah.
took an oath to this country,
You did?
if our government ever turned tyrannical, I would grab the guns I had,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, what am I going to do against an F-16?
Indeed.
Not shit. But the point is, you're going to have to
You're gonna
kill
fight.
me.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's valiant.
And people look at,
This guy,
USB.
like, you can take him. I don't. I need none of them fucking rights.
People
got the
look
right to
across.
live.
People look across the Atlantic at the USB. I mean, Great Britain.
Right.
And
Fuck yourself. I'm not doing this with you.
and they say, oh well, they don't have the right to have guns.
Australia, Port Arthur.
Okay.
Government said no more guns after a huge massacre, and guess what? Crime went down.
Guess what? We're the first domino.
Of what?
America.
Welcome to the most political episode we've done yet.
Correct.
You're lying. You're lying. We
Okay.
had Donald Trump on here. You remember that?
I'm not a Trump supporter anymore. But
Free the pipeline.
Great Britain turns tyrannical against its citizens. What is America going to do? America steps in.
Shit,
As we
gonna
always
watch.
do. We're the world's hall monitors.
Yeah, facts. I feel
Correct.
that for sure.
Same
we are
thing.
definitely the mall cops of the fucking
World.
earth.
And we've made that clear since Vietnam and Korea.
That's it.
We be looking at Korea all day. Do something, bitch. I dare you.
Do something.
Bitch, do something. I dare you, bitch. You,
No.
know, you pissy little missile almost made it to Hawaii. Let it get near.
I'm telling you, dog, we talk all that shit, but the day trying to figure out how to get all of them fucking soldiers on our soil, it's a wrap. There's too many of them niggas.
Nuh-uh.
we going to
Too
bed.
many. They
No.
got the largest foot soldier army in the world. What are you talking about?
Correct.
They ain't trained like us.
It's so.
They not.
What Billy Bob gonna do with that little double barrel
Let me ask you a
shotgun?
question.
They pull
Hold
up
on.
with-
Hey, real talk,
with a couple of
AK.
AKs hot.
Thunderdome. You know what the Thunderdome
Absolutely.
is? Okay. You get put in the Thunderdome with 100 first graders. You coming out alive?
Probably not.
You don't think so?
One of them niggas probably got a pencil.
No. It's Thunderdome,
Oh, it's
bitch.
bare knuckle? Oh yeah, I'm knocking them little niggas out.
Thank you.
I'm knocking them little niggas out.
Exactly.
I don't know, dog. They got some strong ass kids. They got
They not-
pointy elbows. And
Hey,
shit.
bro.
Okay.
They hit a couple of my kidneys. I'ma fall over.
No,
So-
hey, none of the people.
I'm
none of
knocking 30. Dog. I don't
Nobody,
move like I used to.
nobody in the Chinese army is one of those monks.
What do you mean?
The what do they call them? The what monks? The monks. The what?
Oh, yeah, the Shaolin monks.
Shaolin monks. None of the people in the
None of them are Hans sitting up in the corner.
But y'all know they all have martial arts training where only
Marines are like
only some of our military takes that
Time out.
that hand-to-hand combat training to the next level. They
Our-
get the basic training done to where they don't get faded instantly. You know what I'm saying? But nigga jump off the fucking hot top ropes with a roundhouse kick, he might not be able to dodge that bitch.
Can we really name this episode Han doing that thing again?
But here's the thing of so when I went through martial arts training or hand-to-hand combat
Right.
with the military,
Right.
first thing they always told us every class, you know who always wins a fight? Whoever's buddy shows up with the gun first.
I feel that. I'm just saying, there's so many of them niggas, you might not have the chance to grab that bitch.
Okay. But now let's go into a technological aspect. China just released about 8 years ago an aircraft carrier
I'm sorry, guys.
equivalent to what we had in World War II.
Oh Jesus! See now that's where I feel like our advantage would come in. But that's why I say if they ever figure out a way.
Again,
You know?
again, what the fuck they gonna do against the F-16?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I do like.
I don't even know what it is.
And I mean, I'm just being honest. Like I've felt that way for quite a few years. I don't think Americans deserve rights to guns like we do now. I don't think that we deserve.
But you got to think about the average American doesn't though.
Check me out.
Not in every state.
Look. I already circled the block.
I can't own a
I'm gonna come
bazooka
pick
in
you
the
up.
state of
I'm
Louisiana.
gonna come pick you up. Hold on. So, I don't think Jason should have the right to a AR-15.
Why not? He's military trained.
I don't
I feel
think.
like those are people that
I don't
should
think-
absolutely have.
I'm iffy about shotguns. I'm iffy about certain rifles. AR-15 for sure. No, like that caliber and above type shit. Like, and I'm sure that like this man knows way more about guns than I do. Like, look the way he's furrowing his eyebrow.
So you would
Like,
feel safer
hold
if
on, hold on.
everybody just had handguns.
More or less, but handguns account for the most murders.
Yeah.
Correct.
But at a certain point, I feel like now you have Uvalde, you have Sandy Hook, you have like all of these Columbines, you have the what was it, the Virginia Tech, like you. I can keep naming them all day. Yeah. You have all of these situations that happen, and I feel like the one thing that keeps popping up in a lot of these situations is these assault rifles, these guns, and I know assault rifles is a trigger word for a lot of people. The people that have already tuned out and are like, Scott doesn't know what the fuck is talking. Relax. Relax.
Don't worry, I'm coming to save you.
Let me do the punchline. I've already circled the block. I'm coming back to pick you up, guys.
I'm gonna take him on another route
So
once he get done.
No,
coming around
you're
the
not going to
block.
have to. You want to know why? Because I don't think I should be allowed to tell you what you can and can't have. I
Right.
don't think you
Right.
should have these guns.
Right.
But I will never vote for them to be taken away from you. I will never approve of them being taken away. You want to know why? It's none of my fucking business.
Not just that point, but not that it's not just your fucking business, but they take away the guns, let's say that the law gets passed.
You're going deeper into the rabbit hole than I'm already in.
I'm not even going deep. I'm not even going that deep. Let's say they take away the guns like they did in Europe.
Yeah.
You know who still has guns in Europe besides the police?
Tell me.
Criminals.
So
That's where you're trying to get the guns from.
the reaction to that was in Australia where guns were outlawed and you
Very
can
small continent.
and you
Can't
can no
convince me
longer
that they're not easily patrolling that shit.
and you can no longer get guns. It's probably much different. But a gun on the black market, like say the one that they use, I think he said one of the ones that they used in like the Sandy Hook shooting. He said in Walmart that gun goes for $800. On the black market that gun goes for $35,000. And also, you're not just walking up to the docks buying illegal guns.
Right.
You have to know people. You have to get into that inner
That
world.
one on the black market is probably scoped out, probably fully automatic.
And how
that
many-
one at Walmart got
Probably-
iron sights and it's semi.
And how many people?
With
how
an
many
18-inch barrel.
How many people are going in and shooting up schools with illegally bought guns? It's their moms. It's their dads. They got it out of the safe because dad left the shotgun case unlocked.
I don't know, honestly. I've never looked into where they got the guns from.
Actually, I'm lying. You have Columbine, the
Did
gun
they just
show
go
loophole.
buy those? Yeah.
The gun show loophole.
just
Which
went
was
bought.
closed.
Was it?
Yep.
Gun show loophole was closed.
Shut up.
Yep.
Hit it for him one time. Because at that point, 50. This is a real. 50% of gun sales
From
were
the gun
through
show.
the gun show loophole.
Because there
show
wasn't
loophole.
there was no real way of
The
you buy that shit right
Yeah.
then and there and they don't ship it to you.
Hell no. You
But
buy it
now
right
they
then. They're
do.
not doing a background check.
Yeah, now they do. They do now.
the gun show loophole was almost like me having a bunch of guns and selling them to Scott.
Yep.
Just because I wanted them.
Yep.
Now
I got the money for them.
Now, one thing I will say, I do applaud you for holding the same stance on all of these arguments of it's not my business.
Right.
I do applaud that. But now I want to turn to recent event.
We're going to get to other stuff, guys. I promise.
No, we're not.
Now I want to turn to recent event, this Indiana shooting that happened in the mall food court.
What did the shooter have?
Shooter had an AR-15.
What did the hero have?
He had a Glock handgun. I'm not precisely sure of the caliber. So shooter walks into the mall,
Give him the cliff notes.
AR-15, commences the shooting inside the food court. I want to say killed 3 people, injured another 3. A 22-year-old man with his girlfriend in the food court draws his pistol sidearm, takes up position on a post, and hats off to this gentleman, shoots 10
10 in his
rounds
chest.
from 40 yards.
Give it to him.
8 of them hit.
Give it to him.
Hits 8 of them. For anybody that is firearms trained,
Good job, buddy.
40 yards with a pistol.
It's nice. That's nice.
The Louisiana Police Officer Certification Course, the farthest you shoot from is 25
I'm
yards.
about to say, yeah, that's 25. Yeah.
He shot almost double
Yeah. That's
My
nuts.
man.
and hit him 8 times under stress and adrenaline
So
dump.
let me ask you this much. And like again, your life, man. Do you think there needs to be more regulations? What is the answer to these school shootings? Babies are dying.
There is
You
no
pro-life motherfuckers? Like,
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Okay.
There's no real answer to that shit because there's as long as guns exist, they're gonna be accessible, whether they're legal or illegal. It might take a lot harder to get it. It might not even take that hard. Those $35,000 that you was talking about.
Yeah.
Some nigga on the street named Pookie gonna trade that shit for a bag of weed.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's probably not even that hard.
You right?
So at the end of the day, it's more or less of the fact of being able to give the proper training if we're going to allow this shit to happen, or being able to lock them up better or keep them away better, because that's only you can't keep it away, obviously, from the parents' perspective. They lock it up in the safe, and then the motherfuckers
kids are still fucking getting it.
Yeah.
You know, if you murder a person, you're going to jail for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And they're still doing it.
Yeah.
Do you want
What's the answer?
My answer to school shootings?
Go for it.
Being military and police trained.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun
is another guy with a gun.
is a good guy with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
We have hundreds of
more guns.
We have hundreds of thousands of infantry veterans
that need a job
who would gladly take a $35,000 to $40,000 a year job and would lay their life on the fucking line
for all of those kids.
For all of these kids.
Check your phone.
Yep.
Continue.
But
no, not yet. I'm about to send you something.
I agree. I feel like that's a great way to all of these, you know, foundations that we have for vets with jobs and vets that need jobs. That's a perfect way.
And I'm not saying they need to be there early in the morning strapped up with a vest and an AR slung.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
talking sidearm, vest, and they need to have an easily accessible lockbox that only them and maybe the principal have a key to.
Yep.
That has their long rifle.
Yep.
Because the Hollywood shooting in the 80s shows why defensive forces need a long rifle. You need something to get through vests. But you have so many veterans in this country who would gladly take, which a $35,000 a year job is considered relatively low paying.
It is.
Yeah.
They would gladly take that.
Mm-hmm. The amount of homeless veterans we know.
Yeah.
And they're trained for it. That's the problem with being infantry in the military. Is your recruiter always tells you, oh, you'll get so many jobs after you get out. Nothing aside from being a police officer or going to
security,
a company,
private security, yeah,
shit like that,
or going to a company like Blackwater or Triple Canopy,
equates
to being infantry.
Yep.
They would take a security job at a school in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yep. Just to know they have a job keeping people safe, because that's what they train them for. They train them to make sure that everybody in their unit comes out alive.
Yeah. So, what were like? You're previously law enforcement.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on Uvalde? Yeah, that man put his drink back down.
I couldn't even take a sip on that one.
You got to
worry,
vape?
guys. It's not going to be a whole show.
You got to vape?
Well, I got a little tickle in the back of my throat.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know what
Mine's
it is.
a little burnt.
Let's go.
There you go.
That was a failure of law enforcement completely.
Hit it for him.
As somebody who always tries to find law enforcement doing right.
Yes.
And
as you should.
Yeah.
I get teary on this subject.
Don't.
They failed.
Yeah.
Completely.
Miserably.
Completely. In the worst way.
And so as somebody who's been through an active shooter training, the question isn't will somebody die? The question is how many people are going to die.
Yeah.
Right.
So my question to you is, I know that the whole situation was a commander, captain, whatever the fuck the name is, told them not to engage. Are you saying that somebody should have just said, fuck what he's talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Babies are dying.
You hear the children screaming in the fire, shots going on.
Yeah.
So without naming where I was trained or who I was trained by, the way I was trained was if you're
good old NOPD. No, I'm kidding.
If you're the first officer on the scene and you hear active shooting, you go to the gun.
Yeah.
You go to the gunfire.
They lined up. They checked their phones. They hung out.
The video of the dude checking his phone was texting his wife who was shot. Shortly after that, they took his firearm and they removed him from the scene.
No shit. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
I feel for that man because if I was in that scenario, you would have had to knock me the fuck out. I'm going in.
Yeah, I think that's what got me more than anything was like, I think I saw your boy, they had one of the dudes in there with the Punisher background on his phone.
That was the guy.
Get him the
texting
fuck
his
out of
wife.
here. Get him the fuck out of here. You got a Punisher on your phone and you're going to stand there?
I mean, at that point, they treated it as a hostage situation. And it was never... a hostage situation
Yeah,
and
yeah.
an active
Two
shooter,
completely different things.
you can talk with a hostage taker. You can't talk with
an active shooter. Correct.
He is currently taking lives.
He has no motive. He cannot be reasoned with. We're not talking about anything. He's just here to shoot.
And as somebody who took that oath,
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
all of those reports of people that were saying that the cops were scared, fuck you, turn your badge in, turn your gun in.
Put
If
your
you're
tampon
fucking
in
scared,
and fucking leave.
If you're fucking scared, I don't need you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't need you.
Yep. And I'm sorry I said put your tampon in because that doesn't mean that women can't be great cops. Because I know some amazing female cops.
Absolutely.
We just know emotions run high during that time.
During that
of the month.
period, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we've all, like, look, even ladies, you sitting there going, oh, fuck Scott. No, you know during that time of the month,
Right.
you can be a little.
Even y'all will admit to it. I'm a bitch before my period.
All right, so just to get off of the political shit for a little while, we might circle back. We might not, depending on what
might
these
not.
drinks look like.
gonna see what this
Only
car
because
is doing.
Yeah, what time are we at?
Can I do my topic?
What time are we at?
Damn. It's a cold way of saying no, dog.
What time are we at?
125.
125. See, we already done an hour of fucking political shit.
Nah.
Whoa.
Let's fucking move on. So, go ahead, Turtle.
No, I don't want to.
Alive? Is that what it's called? Alone.
It's called Alone.
Alone.
So recently, I stumbled upon a series that I've come pretty enthralled with for some reason. You know how you get them shows that you try to like just put on so you can go to sleep. If you're a TV watcher, I know some of y'all motherfuckers like sleeping pitch black, weird ass,
Me.
vampire ass niggas. See,
But no, there's
weird.
there's nights to like my brain get to running, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I need something to make me focus so I can fall asleep.
Exactly.
So
That's I'm all the time.
yeah, those are the nights
I
that
gotta
like,
hear. I gotta hear everything in the house.
Oh well, yeah, the TV buku low.
I gotta shoot somebody in the fucking
I gotta
face.
get the glizzy. You know what I'm saying?
My
But-
dog
hot
starts
dog?
snoring. I wake up.
Nigga said a hot dog? No. But so it's called Alone. It's one of the seasons is on Netflix. They put like season 8 on Netflix, and me being curious, I was
Oh,
like,
so this is a ongoing show.
yeah, this is
Okay.
just super new.
Okay.
So I went back and found the show on Hulu so I can watch the other seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a show where they take 10 people, put them in the wilderness, and it's like tough wilderness. Like I told them, it's not Yellowstone Park. Like they putting them in some shit. Like the first
Antarctica.
first 2 seasons is on Vancouver Island, which is pretty much just all wooded area and bears and wolves. And
Oh my.
last person to like tap out of surviving is you win $500,000. So my question to these gentlemen was, you get 10 items to take with you. What would be those 10 items?
None, because I wouldn't go.
But let me. You gonna answer the question, bitch. You gonna answer. I'm gonna answer first because I've seen the show. Because
right.
they don't let you take shit from home.
Oh.
It's like they give you the supplies once
Like
you're there.
like a care package.
Right,
Okay.
right. Like pick from these items. Whatever 10 you take, that's on you.
Okay.
Would they give you a given? They give you a toothbrush and one family portrait. That's 2 gimmies.
That counts?
That don't count.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's 2 gimmies.
I'm about to say, fuck that
okay.
picture of Grayson. I don't want that shit.
I don't even want the fucking toothbrush.
Oh yeah, they got niggas brushing their teeth with charcoal and shit.
Fuck outta
Shit
here.
is wild.
Fuck outta here.
I mean, it's how you.
Oh no, you're trying to survive. Like you're trying to
Right.
live as far as you. So yeah, you
kinda have to.
In my mind, like you just dropped me in a volcano. I gotta get the fuck out. I got time to brush my teeth. No, like it's just going day by day. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But so I would say my 10 items would be
Here we go.
a saw, because you're gonna have to cut down trees and shit.
I'm on board with that.
What's called a gill net. It's gonna allow you to catch multiple fish at one time.
Okay.
A multi-tool.
You gonna hate me? Go ahead. Because I feel like your 10 is gonna be my 10. It's gonna be very uninteresting.
I'm taking a canvas tarp and a regular tarp, so I can collect rainwater in a regular tarp, and a canvas tarp for my shelter.
Shelter. Yeah, I'm still on board.
You know, they got motherfuckers build wood like cabins and
I
shit.
can't
That's
continue.
you know what I'm saying. So what I'm at 5.
Yeah.
I'm taking fishing line. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take a some type of so you don't get any firearms, no firearms
Okay.
whatsoever, and you have to follow all the hunting regulations of that area. So you can't just kill anything.
So if I gotta follow the hunting regulations, I should be able to just walk home.
I gotta go through a 3-hour PowerPoint before I get dropped in.
So I would choose.
Should be whoever gets home first.
I would choose a long bow.
Wow.
For my,
Name
so
of
I
the
can
show,
hunt with.
Homeward Bound.
Okay, now I'm trying to see what I can replace with the longbow because I can't shoot for shit.
Fishing hooks because I know I'm not going to be able to make one.
No.
And for my last one, I'm going to do a fixed blade. So it's a blade that doesn't fold.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I would take out of yours is I might take out the fishing line and hooks because I already got the net that I'm going to try my best with and just try to figure it out from there. But I would definitely replace that with a flint rock and
That's one.
and a bottle of bourbon. Because there's gonna be nights that I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to bed, and this is gonna
I'll be
help.
the first nigga to dehydrate on the road.
I'm taking out.
Oh shit! I didn't even think they give you a cooking pot.
Okay.
give you
Okay.
a
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I definitely need my flint
So-
rock because I'm cooking my fish. I'm weird about
Facts.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm not eating that raw.
I'm weird about that.
I'm taking away the saw, the multi-tool, and one of the tarps. The tarp that you used for the canvas tarp. You said
build a fucking
you used
For the shelter?
For the shelter.
I'm gonna build a fucking wooden castle for me to live inside. Jason different.
I want 550 cord.
Okay, that's one. That's one. That is one. It's real strong wire.
Okay.
550 cord. A fixed survival knife because 9 times out of 10 they do have a saw on the back of them.
Yep.
Take a little bit
I
more.
thought that was your 10th.
What the fit? No, he said a fixed survival knife. So survival knives would
No,
typically.
but I mean,
have
what was your
razor-
10th?
Mine was just a fixed blade.
Oh,
like
okay.
a Bowie
Okay,
knife.
okay, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Like some Rambo type shit.
So you're keeping his fixed blade and your blade?
Well, 9 times out of 10 that fixed blade has a saw on the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, boom, that's there. Keeping the fishing twine, the hooks. I want a canteen. I need something to hold my water.
Yeah, facts. Fact, because a lot of people just end up drinking it out of the pot after it's done boiling. Yeah.
Like I need something to
a
I
good
can
one.
store a day and a half worth of
Gotcha.
water
Facts.
just in case I'm on the move.
I'm gonna
Yep.
venture out.
Yep.
You know,
The 550
I'm gonna go
cord.
fight a bear.
I can not only use that to build my encampment.
Yeah.
I can use that for snares.
Yep.
I can use that to do multiple things, and you can break that 550 cord up and make fishing twine from it.
Fucking A.
See, said then I would probably have to switch mine out there. I'd probably get that 550 cord and then it should just take out the fishing twine.
Yeah.
Because I thinking about it, that's how a lot
I'm
of them
sure you can catch
when they're
fish.
making the cabins, that's what they use to tie off the wood logs if
wood
they do
logs.
it vertically. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, that's where my head's
I
at
would
with it.
add.
Would you do it though? Do you think
No,
you could do
absolutely
it?
not.
Do you
No.
for $500,000?
Nope. That's not enough money.
Really?
No. Sir, I remember the days after Hurricane Ida.
If it's a jungle,
Ain't no fucking way.
if
all
it's
right?
a jungle, tropical, or bayou environment, I'd give it a shot.
See, the only one that they had that was a little bit bayou-ish was Patagonia in South America.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Now-
it still got cold as fuck out there too. So that was kind of a catch-22.
Now, if you tell me you sending me to Kuwait,
Oh yeah, nah,
I was stationed in Kuwait for 9 months.
nah, dog.
I was stationed in the Middle East for 9 months.
You think you could do it?
Never again in my life.
So far,
No, sir.
so far they haven't brought them into like any jungles, any Amazons. It's mainly been really wooded area. The one that I'm on right now, they're in Mongolia.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like you get different game and shit that you can catch and you can hunt. But the most part that I've seen them run into at any point in time is dealing with for some reason, all of these areas are extremely like dense and wet. Like they can barely find dry wood or, whenever they make their shelter, they fuck around and make it in a sloped part. So now they catching a fucking river run from
Yep.
the mountain and it's cutting through their camp and shit.
But
like,
you see that river run you catching, that's fresh water.
yeah, facts. No, yeah, they would take advantage. They would pot that whole shit.
You absolutely have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
With the Army, I went through a school called SERE. SERE. Search, Evade, Resist, Escape. I was a Black Hawk crew chief, and we had to go through that school in case we ever got downed behind the enemy lines.
Right.
And basically, the first part of that school is it teaches you how to survive
Right.
in whatever you're going into.
Right.
Just basic survival of this is chlorine tabs. This is how to build an encampment.
Right.
The other parts of it are this is how you make camouflage.
Right. Right.
So I think a show like that, I could do it. Do I want to do it?
No.
No. 500,000, you can suck my ass.
No, yeah. The ones that I watch, I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure they don't get informed until they're in like the training for the show of where they're going. So they're already committed to the show.
And that's the thing.
And that's what would bother me. Because I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Before I pick my 10 items, you got to tell me where I'm going. Because if
Facts.
you sending me to the desert, I don't need a net.
That's kind of what they do. They call them all in, and you train with the other 10. Like, it's 10 of them, so you train with the other 9 people.
This sounds like a fucked up version of the Hunger Games.
It almost is. It almost is. They dropped miles away in the same area, and they're supposed to survive. And the last person to win gets a big ass prize.
Now, never seeing the show. Have any of them ever done kind of like they do on the Real World or Road Rules, where they know that only one person can win, but they start forming little cliques?
No, because they're so far apart, they never see each other.
Really?
Yeah. That's why it's called Alone. They never come across each other. Even with going like hunting and foraging and all of that shit, they put them so far apart. Whoa.
What the fuck?
This nigga's Houdini. But they put them so far apart that they never actually run into each other ever.
Okay.
I've never seen it. Well,
Watch a fight break out.
the last season I watched, it was like something that they were trying out where they made pairs. One person is to set camp while the other one has to find their way to them.
Yes.
And that was probably the closest it's gotten to that type of deal.
Like a Naked and Afraid.
Yeah. But it's more or less once they got together, they just had to, wait out the other pair.
Wait out the other day.
Right. And it's a really good show if you're into that type of shit. Even if you're not, you'd probably get into it because I'm not I can't say I'm not a survivalist. I do like that shit. I like going hunting and all of that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not into watching it all the time.
Right.
But to see them doing it and like making it and like the body changes these people go through from not eating and shit. Bro, they had one dude
That's a
lost
diet, boy.
25% of his body mass.
That's a diet, boy.
Not body weight,
What?
body mass.
Body mass, not just his weight, my guy.
Yeah.
He shriveled.
Yeah.
And they pulled his ass. He
Well,
was
look like a Holocaust victim.
Last 3. I'd have been mad as a motherfucker.
pissed.
And he
And then you
had
get nothing.
he had 32 days of fish reserved, and they told him he wasn't eating enough.
Ooh.
I'd have been
Can't
pissed.
you tell him?
I'd have been pissed.
Like, bitch, you better eat more. We're going to pull you out. No.
They do medic checks.
That's it.
And they don't tell you if
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
taking
yeah,
in enough
yeah.
food. They tell you if you're in a dire
So
state.
you got to go.
That's it.
Yeah, damn.
Yep. They
First
have a
thing-
private discussion. And if
Oh,
you're good
boy.
to keep going, they'll be like, all right, see you.
Yeah.
First thing I'm saying when I get in that bus is Shoney's open.
Facts.
Please tell me y'all niggas got a Big Mac. Please. They got the action. That should be a thing. Alone, if you watch this, producers, ask them niggas what they want as a meal when you come pick their ass up from starving for 30
You should
fucking
treat
days.
them. You should treat them like what do they call it? Death row inmates. Like right before their last meal. What you want? We
I
got
can't
you,
wait
baby.
to get to this
But they
next
can't do that.
I can't wait to get to this next season. It's 10 people supposed to survive in the Arctic for 100 days. Now, normally there's no time limit.
How many
Like, it's
people?
Just whoever outlasts the longest.
How many people?
It's 10 people, just
10
like
people.
normal.
Okay.
For $1 million, you got to last 100
In the
days in the
Arctics?
Arctic.
Man,
the most we've seen people last on that show in regular conditions, well, I say regular,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
not Arctic,
Yeah, right.
75. You got to go another 25 days
Well, that's
in the Arctic?
the
Nah.
thing. In the Arctic,
I don't like cold.
there's only about 100 days that are actually inhabitable.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. They put you in the most uninhabitable days. You'll get like maybe like the first month and a half.
Yeah.
It's all nice and sunny. It's not too cold, not too red.
Right.
By the fucking, they're probably
No, now
dropping
it's
them
a
off at,
challenge,
like,
bitch.
Yeah, they're probably dropping them off at like the end of October, going into November. So you get
Yeah.
all of the winter.
Reverse
All of that
it.
shit.
Reverse it. Southern Hemisphere.
their
Their
when they go
winter
to,
is
like,
our summer.
Summer, right.
So, speaking of TV, Jordan Peele was named Best Horror Director of All Time. You know what? First things first. Give it to him.
Absolutely. I mean, that's cool.
That's
but
great.
I don't
That's great. That's
feel
great.
like it's a
Now I
reach.
need the rest of the article.
Reach.
Yeah, I feel like that's a reach. He's got really good movies, but
I think he's what, 3 in?
5.
5? You sure? Mm-hmm. So Get Out. Mm-hmm. Us.
Mm-hmm. Candyman.
He didn't direct Candyman.
The
He
remake.
was a writer. He didn't direct it.
Oh, so Get Out and all of that was just directed by him? Like he didn't.
No, I think he wrote it, directed it, like all of that.
Right,
but
well,
I think
then that's what
he
I'm giving him
helped
credit.
write Candyman.
That's
Like
what I'm
I
giving him
don't think
credit
that was
for.
like his movie.
That's what I'm giving. I'm pretty sure they throwing that into his credit.
Sure. Okay.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? That's
I'll
what
give
I'm
it to him.
saying.
I'll give it to him. Okay.
Nope, the new one and Antebellum.
Oh, I
That
didn't know
movie that I
Annabelle
told you
was in
about
it.
it.
I didn't know that. Yeah. That's right. You did tell us about that.
But of all time,
Of all time?
Yeah, I don't
Like we're throwing Hitchcock out the window?
Right.
Now, granted, this is one of those like
It's
this.
dated,
This is me
but-
being old. This is
Right.
me being old and doing that thing where like we talked about Verses a couple of weeks ago, where it was like they're singing songs they should sing,
Right.
But we won't necessarily appreciate it. Like I like Kubrick. Like you gonna get rid of The Shining?
I'm about to say that like the fucking anything that was written by Stephen King and then turned into a movie, you got to give those guys credit. Not anything.
honestly, you want to know
I
what
say
movie?
movie, not series. You son of a bitch.
Thinner was a horrible fucking movie.
You want to know what movies used to give me fucking nightmares?
What's that?
The fucking Hellraiser series.
Yeah, that
I
was
mean-
really good
Pinhead?
fucking
Yeah,
movies.
you can't get rid of like I don't know who did Hellraiser, but like Wes Craven,
Right.
like
Right.
fucking
Shit, nigga, even R.L. Stein.
Stanley
has said the chill down your
Kubrick.
back.
fucking-
The
The
Exorcism.
Mask still fucks me up.
The Exorcism of La Llorona.
Facts.
I didn't see that one.
That was a good one, boy.
That was a good one.
Is that's part of the Annabelle series?
no.
No.
Sure.
Derivative of it.
But it's in the
Not-
same universe.
Yeah, same
okay.
universe.
Do you remember that Netflix meme that was going around a couple years ago that was saying, "Oh, this movie's so scary, nobody can make it all the way
Trash.
through"?
Trash. I heard
That
it
was The
trash.
Exorcism of La Llorona.
Okay.
It was a pretty good movie. It was scary. And as somebody who doesn't exactly like horror films,
Really?
I'm not a horror person.
Okay.
See, and I feel
I
like
don't like jump scares.
Okay.
Jump scares make me want to punch something.
and
I have a very extreme fight instinct.
Me and you are like on two different pages with that because like I'm sick of jump scares because I feel like that's not horror. Like you could add like no.
I want to punch the
No.
TV.
yeah, nah, I want
no,
something
that's
that's
not
gonna
horror.
make me want to watch fucking
Fuck me
Scooby Doo
up.
all night. You know
Fuck
what I'm
me
saying?
up,
Facts.
dog. Like you
The
want to know what
first
movie
time
did that
I've
for me?
seen Paranormal Activity.
Boom.
First time I seen Paranormal Activity, and that fucking message came up at the end, the very first one.
She's
She's
still out there somewhere.
And then the message in the beginning re-clicked in my mind. This is based on a true story. I was like, the fuck it is. What you mean? What you mean this bitch is still out there?
Yeah, right.
Nigga, I went home that night and I could have swore I was seeing demons in my room. I was
To
so
this
scared.
day,
I had to call my grandmother to come in my room and say the rosary with me.
See, I remember
swear.
you said that.
I swear
I
for
remember you
life.
told me that. But like to this day, by the way, Paranormal Activity is still the biggest budget to income movie of all time.
Yep.
Like it cost $10,000 to make that movie, and it's made almost $1 billion, like some crazy shit, like or hundreds of millions, whatever it is.
I am a 30-year-old grown-ass man
Uh-huh.
who has run towards the sound of gunfire with a smile on my face.
Yeah,
I
don't think you were smiling that day.
No, I wasn't. I was shitting my pants. I have yet to watch Paranormal Activity and will leave the room if you put it on.
What? That's just a great, like, cause no, here's my thing. When I said I hate jump scares, cause like you said, like my reaction, oh, like I gotta punch something. I miss the movies that used to like, what? What?
We're talking about Paranormal Activity and the cat.
The cat fucked you up?
rubbed
All right.
against my leg.
Thought it was a demon.
Oh my god.
No, but like, I miss the days that like the horror movies they couldn't rely on CGI.
Right.
They had to fuck you up.
Facts.
Like Psycho, I'm talking about Hitchcock here. Like Psycho wasn't necessarily a scary movie.
It was creepy.
It was good. It was a good, like I remember what, like I went years. Like I was an adult by the time I watched Freddy for the first time. Like I never saw like Johnny Depp getting sucked into the bed. I didn't see all that. I finally watched it as an adult, and it was good.
Yeah.
Like for as old as it was a good fucking movie.
Facts.
And now, granted, I didn't watch it and think to myself, like, now, granted, I wasn't raised in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Because when that movie first came out, nobody had ever seen that before.
Right.
So I can see how people could see that, like people having nightmares about Freddy because you've never now that we're so desensitized to shit.
Oh God!
But the thing is like it was still a good movie. It was a good watch. Like it was fun to watch. Movies nowadays, they rely so heavily on jump scares. Like, did you ever see The Devil's Advocate
yes.
with Pacino and Keanu Reeves? Turtle, you ever saw that?
Yeah.
That movie fucked me up. You want to know why? They didn't rely on jump scares.
Nope.
It was psychological.
Yeah.
Like they fucking them motherfuckers went into the dirt to figure out how can we don't have the technology. We have to find a way to fuck people up. And they found a way. That's what I miss about horror movies. I don't want to see 20. You know which other one it was? I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it was about it came out a couple of years ago. It was a deaf girl in her house. She couldn't hear because she was deaf. And
That's kind of general consensus.
yeah, right. And
Is that what deaf means?
And there's a guy outside trying to get in to kill her. And that movie fucked me up because like you're on the edge of your fucking seat because she can't hear.
Right.
So the whole time, like you see him trying to like jimmy the fucking lock, and you're like, "Oh my god, bitch, fucking run, bitch, run, bitch!" Like Malibu's most wanted, he gonna kill you. Like you're having that moment, and it was fantastic. And then they had "Don't Speak." I think that's what it was called, or "Don't Breathe."
Yeah, Don't Breathe.
Whichever one. The blind veteran.
Yeah.
Yep.
They break into his house, and now you're like, you're in my world now, motherfucker. And like this blind guy is chasing around these fucking teenagers that were just trying to steal some money. And he was like, nope.
Not today.
It's my retirement
You
fund.
kind of look like him
motherfuckers.
20 years ago. That's what's crazy. Did you ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen that.
Great, man.
I saw.
You know,
the
there's a second
preview.
one where he ends up being the good guy.
Yeah, which no.
Yeah.
No. Spoiler alert. His daughter died or some shit like that, so he kept the woman hostage and was using a fucking turkey baster to get her pregnant so he could have another kid. And now in the new movie, you're trying to make him the hero?
No.
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 Like,
What?
spoiler alert. Have y'all played The Last of Us?
Yes.
I know you have. Have you ever played it?
No, I haven't.
None of them?
None of them.
Fan-fucking-tastic, sir.
Okay, because I need something to get me off of Elden.
Are you
Ring.
on PlayStation?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah. No, sir, what are you doing?
Perfect.
What are you doing?
Elden Ring has literally made me not want to pick up my controller.
I want to throw it when I do pick it up. But anyway,
I play games to relax.
yeah,
I
exactly.
get a
Yeah,
headache.
Don't play Elden Ring.
Yep.
But for The Last of Us, it's like, all right, so you're playing with Ellie and Joel. They're two friends, and they hate each other, and they're going somewhere because he has to do this and he has to do that. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But in the second game, a major character is murdered that you love right in front of you. And then they spend the second half of the game making you play the person that killed that person. And now you're like, I don't care if she dies.
Yeah.
I'm being forced to play as her, but I hope she dies. Because you're not going to make me feel sorry for her because I love this other character so much.
Right.
And that's where I think they dropped the ball. But overall, incredible fucking story. That's what I think the issue is with a lot of these movies now, is that they're just like, there's a demon and this is happening and now it's scaring the shit out of you. No, fuck me up. The Exorcist fucked me up. When did that movie come out? The 60s?
The Exorcist Beginnings was the one that fucked me up.
Really? Yeah. Not the original?
The Exorcist Beginnings was kind of
The original fucked me up, man. What about it?
yes.
The new one or the old one?
The old one.
The old one.
The old one for sure. I did not fuck with clowns for a very long time.
Shout out Macy.
Yeah.
I've been
She
fol-
still don't fuck with clowns.
I follow this dude on TikTok, and I love scrolling.
Comment the horror movie that ruined you as an adult.
Good God.
List about to be a mile long.
I love scrolling through all of his videos because all he talks about is how all of the Stephen King novels are connected
Yeah, that's a big thing. Through the Dark Tower.
through the Dark Tower.
Yep.
And how, like, it was going against this giant turtle thing.
I haven't.
I just imagine Andy from Shawshank Redemption like somewhere reading a newspaper and then this fucking red balloon float up.
No, like for instance,
Well, apparently it was stuck in Derry because he was so scared of another Stephen King creature.
we doing this? You want to have the Stephen King? Fuck, let's have this.
Are we going down this
Go,
rabbit
baby.
hole?
Here we go. Who? Who are you talking about just now?
Look,
Apparently,
11/22/63. You got Jake. He's dealing with going back in time and trying to go prevent the JFK assassination.
runs into Andy at the bank.
No, he that'd have been awesome. Shout out. But you have he goes into, so he starts out in Maine. He's got to get down to Texas to stop the Kennedy assassination. Fantastic fucking book. It's one of his longest books, but it's fantastic. And while he is he stops off in Derry at one point, and he runs into Beverly and the other one, I can't remember his name.
talk about an Easter egg.
Yeah, and he helps them learn how to dance. Like, he teaches them how to do a certain dance because they have a talent show that they're going to. But before he even meets the kids, he's in bars and in restaurants, and he's talking to people, and they're bringing up, like, yeah, there was this dude dressed up as a clown going around killing kids. Like, little shit, like, they're all connected. Like, the last book he came out with was Billy Summers. Billy Summers was about the hitman and his last job. That was the whole story. And he was getting ready to retire. It was his last job. The murder happens. He finishes the job. Now he's got to get away. Where does he get away to? Colorado. Where in Colorado?
Castle Rock.
Boulder.
Oh,
Castle Rock's in Maine.
sorry.
Keep up. Boulder, Colorado. What's in Boulder, Colorado? The Overlook Hotel. What's the Overlook Hotel? The Shining.
I know.
So, like, they have, like, little Easter eggs here and there about, like, so you can go back into, like, almost all of Stephen King. Like, the first one that I ever saw was Dolores Claiborne. Sorry, guys. Dolores Claiborne and Gerald's Game. There's literally an eclipse that happens in both of the books, and in both of the books, they see each other.
Yep.
If you read both books separately, you'll never catch it. But if you read one and then read the other, it's the same fucking. It's crazy.
That's the
So there is.
the reason why I say Castle Rock though is because that's how it is in the series that they put out. Castle
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
It's
They're all connected.
Shawshank and Misery, a couple other
Carrie,
ones.
fucking everything, man.
And they
Like,
put it all in there.
And apparently, like all
the
of it,
fact that they canceled that shit. Anyway,
They canceled it.
yes,
What?
it's done, baby.
all
Not
of
enough
it was
viewers.
based around this one king trying to come into our world.
The
or
Dark
something.
Man.
The Dark Man.
The Dark Man,
Yeah.
the Walking Dude, Randall Flagg,
That's the
the Man in Black.
That's the one that they come up with in the first season. That's the big bad in the first season of Castle Rock.
And then they had
It's like they say the evil comes from the undercells of Shawshank. That's how that gets brought up. But that's the Man in Black is what basically the big bad.
and
is.
I just recently, I know we had a whole thing about this, however many months back. The Stand came out with their TV show. And as somebody who read the book, which is probably Stephen King's second or third longest book, but one of his best. Very disappointing. But me and Nicole recently decided to go back and rewatch it. We started watching it. We're about half, or a little more than halfway through it, and it's 9 episodes. And it's actually not as bad as I remember, but I definitely like when I first started watching the show, it was still fresh in my mind, the book itself. So all I did the entire time I watched it was pick it apart. So now we're rewatching it, and it's not as bad as I remember. Ezra Miller is in it. And somebody wrote an article that made a whole lot of sense to me. Sorry if y'all have tuned out at this point because of the shit that we're talking about this
We've
week.
gone from politics to straight nerd talk.
And like Ezra Miller, I've never liked him as an actor, and he's taking on a developmentally disabled person in the show, but not just any developmentally disabled person, a chaotic development. Like this person is like they're
It makes a little sense now.
here's the irony.
Talk about diving into the character.
Right. The disabilities that this person has makes them crazy and like homicidal.
Okay.
And somebody wrote an article basically saying that like the way that he plays it is almost mocking people with disabilities. And I can see it. Like he doesn't do a very good job.
But
As an actor, he doesn't do a very good job.
He went full I Am Sam.
You remember the big buff fucking corrections officer from Orange is the New Black?
Yes.
Big beard.
Yep.
He was gay. Like he plays another disabled person, mentally disabled person in the show, and does it perfectly. Like respect to characters, respect to people with those type of disabilities. And not almost mocking them. So it's like you almost couldn't play the whole hand of like, well, he's playing somebody that like, he's never actually. He did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Ezra Miller. And then guess who is the. If anybody's listening in the car with their kids, cover their ears in 3, 2, 1. The cunt in the show.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Amber Heard.
speaking of Amber Heard,
We didn't even realize that she was in the show. We started watching it, and Nicole was like, "Is that Amber Heard?" And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here! That is her." And then they said her character's name, and I was like, "Man, you're not gonna believe this. What? She's the bitch that fucks everything up."
but speaking of Amber Heard, when you were talking about Ezra Miller not doing a mentally disabled character justice,
Correctly, yeah.
I'm thinking of Johnny Depp. Because for the longest time, everybody that always talks about Johnny Depp, I think about all of the mentally deficient characters he has played.
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
Sam.
Perfectly. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can do that without relating to that character slightly. Even Jack Sparrow was fucked up in the head.
He was a lot of things.
He
Jack
was a
Sparrow
lot of
was
things.
so much.
Edward Scissorhands.
Savvy.
Edward
Yeah,
Scissorhands.
yeah.
The Demon Barber of Fleet
Sam.
Street.
I can't remember what movie that was in. But
Well, that's also why he doesn't watch his own movies. Because he says that. He says, I don't go watch them because that's not me.
Yes.
okay, correct.
He's like, I'll watch interviews with myself, I'll things of that nature. But as far as movies with me in it, I don't watch it.
Shout out Johnny Depp, man. We love you.
Absolutely. But think
Now
about
fuck that bitch.
think about what happened to Heath Ledger when he tried to get into that psychotic.
Because he went
state
to a
of
different level.
mind.
He went to a different level.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Depp is having fun with his characters.
He's been doing it for years. How long can you play that mentally deficient character without becoming him?
I think Johnny Depp is having fun. Like, I think that's his release.
And he does a lot more drugs than Heath Ledger did.
True. And then I think Heath Ledger was like, this is the role of a lifetime.
Yeah.
I'm going to put all of my eggs in this basket, and then all of his screws went loose.
And it technically paid off.
He needed more than a screwdriver
And it technically paid off.
Technically,
for his heirs.
Yeah. I don't think he has any, but yeah.
the only person that I would say competes with Heath Ledger's Joker is your boy from Shameless. The gay dude.
Never
Ian?
watched it.
Gotham.
Oh, yeah. In Gotham? Yeah.
He plays four iterations of the Joker and does all of them incredible.
Oh wow.
Look at her counting.
Yeah.
Now the fucking this podcast I've been listening to, this Batman podcast.
Stop. I'm gonna listen to it, Jason. You don't have to keep bringing it up.
God. Hurry the fuck up, Scott.
I'm trying my best.
Going to drag you down the
Because-
rabbit hole.
The Edward Nigma on this one.
One of my favorites.
He is beautiful.
Desus and Mero split up, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
It's over.
Why? The Bodega Boys are no more?
No more.
What?
They were Showtime released a statement last week that creatively they're heading in different directions.
Oh, man. That's wild.
Creatively.
Yeah.
Bro,
so,
you better not creatively head in a direction I don't like. I'm going to punch you.
No, you want to know why? Charlemagne actually talked about it recently, and I think he had a fantastic point. Just because Turtle's a rapper, I'm a talker, Joe's an asshole, Nikki does her thing, that doesn't mean that we can't come together for 2-3 hours a day. Or a week, rather.
Right.
If I go in a different direction, like you and I have talked about different things that I want to do.
Right.
Not necessarily involving everybody else in the crew.
Right.
But
Just leaving us behind.
it'll be under the Hangover umbrella. And like, just like I'm sure your new mixtape that you have coming out isn't going to have that many Hangover references.
It's got to.
Okay. Well, the other idea is that, like, so what I'm basically saying is like, you know, you're doing your rap stuff. I've been discussing, like, you know, possibly doing some other things. That doesn't mean that every week we still can't come together and do this show.
Right.
That's what's confusing. That's why I think that,
from Europe.
that's why I think that there's beef.
Yeah, there was definitely some underlying shit. It's
Something's
not just
going on.
creative differences.
Something's got to be going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with creative differences.
You think so?
I feel like one of them wanted to go left, the other one wanted to keep going straight.
Or do you think it could be because they're known collectively as the Bodega Boys and Desus and Mero, not Desus, Mero? Like, do you think one of them might have had that thing where it's like, but I'm dope. Like,
Right.
I should be Desus, or I should be the Kid Mero. Like, you think it could be something like that too? I mean, well, obviously we're never going to know until, like, they release a state or they talk about it.
Right. I think it's more or less a people, and I don't mean this in any offensive way, but they have big egos in New York,
Yeah, okay.
and both of them being
Not just New York, but
in
in New York.
In New York specifically,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There's a certain attitude in the way that they carry themselves that you wouldn't in the South.
Correct.
So it comes
Can you
off
pull
in
some,
their,
James?
it comes off in their personality as well.
Shot.
So
Want to do a shot?
when just motherfucker.
Another shot.
Small one.
When it comes to working
Little
as
one.
collectives, you hear that with a lot of New York groups. There's not too many of them even in music.
Looks like ASAP Mob.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got like a whole squadron of motherfuckers, but then you also have the ones that stand out. And then it's like, all right, I can't be held back just because
Right.
we're a part of a crew.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But shit, I mean, if you want to break it down to that, that's like Take Off Music. That's why I did the whole rebranding with the TRTL. Like, it's tatted all over my body. Take Off Music isn't going anywhere.
Correct.
But there's a certain way that you got to separate yourself creatively from the others.
Did you get sick of that?
Of being, what?
Take Off.
No.
No, let me rephrase. Not being affiliated with Takeoff, but when people like, oh, it's TRTL. Oh, it's Takeoff.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I still get that sense of pride when people know me from Takeoff.
For obvious reasons.
But I'm trying to find my own feet.
As
I
you
feel
should.
like when Cat passed away, we relied too much on the legacy that he left behind instead of continuing to build on that.
Good to hear that.
Yeah.
I always thought so, but nobody ever confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, I can say as some young guys who got tossed into some very quick fame, really
Very,
fast,
very quickly.
and very,
I
very
got
fresh.
pussy off that, and I didn't do nothing.
Right, and it was very, very fresh
You too?
to us. We didn't know
You too,
how
Jason?
He probably did.
Yeah, you probably did.
Hey, look, like that.
We ain't got to go into it, but yeah.
Yeah, it was an era. It was a
My
time.
stepmom, who was recently my stepmom, like
Yeah.
2 years before, was his godmother.
Right.
Right.
So yeah,
You were part of the family. Yeah.
I got the night off. I got like 2 weeks off from Republic because of that.
Right.
I got 2 weeks off of my brand new job because of that.
I did.
No.
They made my black ass go to work.
Like,
They was like, another
Oh,
one of you
Lord.
died, huh?
oh my, dude.
But nah, like when after that happened, we relied so
I'm gonna
heavily.
talk about this after.
I got you.
We relied so heavily on just the name that it carried, and didn't actually try to put our feet in it the way that we supposed to. You know,
Yeah.
granted, that was also due to real shoddy leadership. You know what I'm saying? After Cat was gone, there was no real person in
The
position.
patients
to be
were
like-
running the asylum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was no person to be like, "Hey, this is what."
No, there was
this is
actually
what
there was actually a time where
And it took us a long time to find that.
there was actually a time I had to step away because I kept leaving work and missing work because I was doing the whole thing like I feel like I have to help because if not, this might fuck up my man's legacy.
Yeah.
And I had there came a point where I had to kind of like take a step back and just be like, look, y'all do what y'all got to do. I can't be a part of this anymore. I'm gonna lose my job. Like
Yeah.
it might spiral my fucking career, like type shit. And yeah, so like it's good to hear. It's good to hear that I wasn't alone.
I quit college because of it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, mine was more of a domino effect. Like Bo died, and then
It was a
my
lot.
grandmother died.
Yeah.
So I felt a certain home responsibility. Like I had to step up as a man, do more. You know, so as the music was moving, I needed to be working and working. You know what I'm saying? Double the work.
But there
no
ha-
time to learn shit. You know what I'm saying?
there has to be a time when you stop doing things for the memory or the legacy or for other people, period.
Right, and start doing it
And
for
when you
yourself.
start doing it for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. 100%. And I can 1,000% say this is where the rebranding came from.
And as hard as that is to accept as a person that you're doing that, that is a huge step forward, and that is even part of the healing process of dealing with something from that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can say doing that, I did that a lot in my quote-unquote West Bank fame career. Like, I dropped one of the biggest projects in my life and then didn't hit the gas pedal how I was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have the name I have now because of that album, but I could have gone a lot further than what I did if I didn't feel like I had to do for other people.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I was put in a position where I felt like I had to step out of my lane to help out other people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to stay focused into get this shit done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like not just in the sense of people needing to know that I still exist, but in the sense of you need to get it done for you type shit.
So, for yourself.
So
I got those shots in my cup before you sew.
give me some ice and some Spriggan.
Oh, shit.
Spragat.
We're going to do this because
Spritty.
we got one more discussion.
I got
before we
water.
go. We got one more little discussion before we get out of here. What time we at?
We are at 2:05.
Oh, God. We can stay going over 2 hours.
I got a little bit of ice.
No, hey, you want to know what confirmed that for me? Somebody told me the other day, yeah, man, I looked and I saw that shit was 3 hours, and I'm like, I ain't doing that. I'm like, well, damn. I had somebody tell me that 3 hours. Hold on.
Yep.
I had somebody tell me 3 hours was good, and he was like, well, I like to sit at home and watch it. I'm like, so you don't listen? I'm like, it's a podcast, bro. And he's like, nah, I can't listen to that shit. I'd kill myself if I sat there and listened to it. And I'm like, well, this shit ain't for you.
Right.
Now-
so you can
Fuck
watch
outta
for
here.
3 hours.
Yeah, right.
Now you see, taking it back to toxicity, one of the arguments me and Zoe got into.
Was a shot. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey,
I'll take a shot.
Maggie's.
now I see what you meant when you said I shoot the Jameson and then shoot the pickleback behind it.
Yeah.
All right, I get you.
But one of the arguments we got into was she didn't want to put the episode out without the YouTube being ready for it.
Nah, fuck it.
And at the end of the day, I told her, I said,
Some podcasts do that, but it's not a necessity.
motherfucker, we're a podcast. Mm-hmm. People want to listen to us.
Right.
Seeing us is a bonus.
Yes.
But
added
listening to
I have a
listening to
podcast
us-
that I listen to religiously. Every week, the moment they drop, my phone alerts me so I can go pull it up. I watch their YouTube if they do something in the episode that I want to see. Like, I'll hear, like, oh, yeah, so you know the thing. All right, 1 hour, 26 minutes. Let me go see what the fuck just happened. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't give a fuck about their YouTube.
The only people that I
can't do
podcasts that I listen to is people that don't have them on YouTube. Like
Right.
all the other ones are honestly I watch on YouTube just because I'm also a visual person and I like to see the reactions and stuff.
That's
But it's
cool.
not a necessity.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
no,
like,
I listen to
I can
podcasts.
listen to just the podcast itself.
I've got
Right.
about 5 to 7 podcasts I listen to weekly. One of them being this, Ben Shapiro,
Ooh, you listen to us with Ben Shapiro.
daily.
Feel you. No, I love Ben Shapiro, but like obviously like there's some shit. Yeah, some shit.
2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Love it.
Bert Kreischer is
Here we go.
probably my favorite comedian.
There we are. I'm with you.
He's absolutely my favorite.
Not my favorite, but he's up there. I'd say top 10.
Oh no, he's my number 1.
Ooh, wow.
I
Of all time or right now?
right now.
Okay,
I
okay.
like
I think
his
it's his
jokes.
top 10
I like his jokes.
Yeah, no, he's incredible.
You know.
I love Burt Kreischer.
And with him being a fat hairy
Machine.
the machine. With him being a fat hairy white guy, I like it.
So, just to get on our last topic, one of our last topics, maybe our last topic, I don't know. So, abortion and all things surrounding it should be a state issue.
According to our Constitution, yes.
A Walgreens employee refused to sell condoms to a couple based off of religious grounds.
That's his standpoint, not the company's.
Apparently, he was supported by the state.
Yeah, because we have every right as retailers to refuse business to anybody.
But wait, hold up. That goes against a Supreme Court case. I can't remember the exact one. I'm going to say Lawrence v. Texas.
Fuck that cat.
All right.
Cut the shit. Sorry, go ahead, Jason.
I'm going to say Lawrence v. Texas, but I don't think that's
winking,
right. I think Lawrence v. Texas is homosexual sodomy. Obergefell?
Sure.
No, not
Sure.
Obergefell.
Sure. Anyway.
That actually goes against a ruling from the Supreme Court in which contraceptive is a right.
Is it?
According to the Supreme Court.
But apparently that's the thing that's getting pushed out. Like contraceptives is next. Birth control is next.
Oh, so they're not trying to let us have.
Okay.
I'm lying. They weren't backed by the state. I'm just fucking with Jason.
Okay. So, according to the decision according to the main decision written, they do not have any appetite to hear any of those cases. If you go by the decision written by Justice Clarence Thomas, he believes all of that shit should be overturned.
A pair of shoppers at Walgreens in Wisconsin said an employee refused to sell them condoms on religious grounds, something Walgreens said is permitted under its policies. So fuck Walgreens.
Walgreens permits that specific employee to justify his religious beliefs.
Fuck you and your religious beliefs.
Why?
Because your religion should not dictate what I do with my life.
Okay, but why should my religion not dictate what I should do with my life?
Don't work here. Like, you're going to work at Mr. Binky's and tell every single person that they can't sell dildos? Walgreens sells condoms.
They sell them. It doesn't mean I have to sell them.
What? All right, well, I work at Burger King, and I don't think you should eat meat.
Okay, they have the Impossible Burger.
So now if I'm working drive-through, every person that comes through can order a Whopper?
If Walgreens is okay with it. Yep. That is a business standpoint that they have taken.
I can say that because
that is free
now
capitalism.
We're gonna fight.
It's in my company's policy too.
Now we're gonna fight.
If you decide you want to come in there and act in that,
that's different. That's very different.
But wait, that's free capitalism.
No. Because what they're basically
you just used meat as an example.
What they're basically saying is. What they're basically saying is, if they walk into a Guitar Center and go, "Hey, Mr. TRTL, big fan of your music. I love what you're doing. I would love to buy a guitar."
Salesman's Amish. He doesn't believe in electronics. He'll only sell you an acoustic guitar.
That's okay.
Yep.
That's okay.
Yes. If that's in the policy.
That's not okay. Work somewhere else.
That's free capitalism.
Fuck you and your capitalism.
Yep.
I want to buy a guitar from you, Mr. TRTL. Well, I don't think you should wear it. I don't think you look like a guitarist. I'll sell you this drum set over here. What? I don't want a guitar.
I think you look like a saxophone player.
You look like you played a clarinet.
Like, that's wild to me. Like no, because no, if you really think about, like, imagine going to Burger King and saying, "Man, I've had a no." You know what? We'll jump to go to McDonald's. I haven't had a hot and spicy on my mind all fucking. I want to make gang. Do I want to make gang bang? No, I just want a hot and spicy. Hey, welcome to McDonald's. How can I make your day? Because they say that dumb shit. How can I make your day? Hey, yeah, man, let me get a hot and spicy.
Here's a McChicken.
No. Bitch, you crazy. Nah, for real though. Yeah, you know what? You right. Fucking stupid ass dude. Let me get 2 hot and spices and a large fry. No. Hey, bro, for real, I just got off work. Look, I ain't got time to play with you. Let me just get them 2 hot and spices and a large fry. No. What? What? All right, I'm gonna pull up to the front. I had that same energy when I get up there. Hey, so what did you mean when you said I could? Look, I'm a vegetarian. I just don't think that it's okay for you to have hot and spicy. Yeah, but I'm a customer and I'm ordering it. Yeah, but McDonald's said I'm allowed to tell you That I don't think you.
You know what also is your
But
right?
why the fuck are you here?
You know what also
Okay.
is your right?
What?
To go
Go
somewhere else.
I want McDonald's.
There's another one
There's
without
another-
a vegetarian worker.
Charlie, you agreeing with
working
this?
the window.
Charlie, you agreeing with this? Why would you agree with this?
Because I am a salesman, sir.
Why would you agree with this?
I know what the company
What?
policies
Okay, so
abide by.
what a
It
guitar
sounds
center?
Stupid.
What a guitar center do you not want to sell to people? Is it the little fucking overtime?
Everything.
Boom, 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 boom.
Everything. Every time somebody asks me for something today, I'm like, nigga, I'm not a salesman. The fuck? They don't pay me this shit.
I'm a manager, bitch. Look at him showing his dick. Look at him. That's why he don't care. That's why.
I'm so excited.
person
I'm
that
not
they
the
call-
only
If
bad guy.
he
on
was
this.
still making
person that gets
commission, if he was still making commission,
I'm
he'd
the
be
person
like,
that gets called
fuck
when
that.
you're trying to get that fucking problem solved because this motherfucker just won't sell you an acoustic guitar. You know what I'm gonna tell you? Sir, ma'am, that's his God-given fucking right.
Oh my god,
And
that's
Guitar Center
wild.
stands by him.
That is wild.
And that's all I have to do because why? I'm black and white, sir. Not just in a literal sense. I go
wild.
by the rule book.
That is wild.
And that's the thing. He can use his religious reasoning to say, I don't want to sell you condoms.
But what if I work at Mr. Pinky's
And
and I don't want to sell you dildos?
if the company
There's
wants...
nothing else in here.
Oh, there's plenty of other things in Mr.
There's
Binky's.
lube.
I don't want to sell you none of that. You want to know why? Because I work for Jesus and Jesus only.
I bet you he wish he had some lube on
Sir,
them
if you were like
spikes.
that and walked into a
Because
Mr. Binky's,
here's what I'm
you
saying.
would need Jesus.
Because here's what I'm saying. I don't know what Turtle's on right now. I think he's might be higher than normal. Jason, I get what you're talking about because you're a constitutional man till the end, whatever you want to call this.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, I want you to picture in your mind. You just pulled up to Burger King. You had a McWhopper on your mind all day.
No.
No.
I think you're going...
No.
You're going too
No.
far away from the source material.
No, I'm not.
I am picturing...
I literally went into Walgreens to get some cereal. And then I saw some condoms and was like, you know what? I want to give it to my bitch ass wife tonight, but I want no fucking kids from this hoe. He had a whole meltdown at the pharmacy. He went to go pay for it, but they had the little fucking things closed. And he was like, man, fuck. All right, I guess I'll just take this shit up. Because you know the women, you don't care when you check out at the pharmacy.
Right.
You only care when you check out front because you know them people are judging you because they're
Absolutely.
only making $9 an hour. So he brings that shit up there and he slaps it.
Fuck, huh?
I just slapped that shit down on the fucking counter. I was like, man, ring me up for my condoms, my cereal, and for this 25th anniversary of Scarface magazine that just came out today. And that bitch said, all right, so here you go for your cereal and your 25th anniversary magazine. And you went, hold on, bitch. I know I have more in this fucking condom.
No, I'm picturing it completely different. I'm picturing it. It's 2:30 in the morning. This dude just left the club.
Man, even worse. This is even worse than my example.
He got this little honey's number.
She
gave-
impatient in the
she
passenger
gave-
seat. You know she bitching.
She told him right before they got to his house she got genital herpes.
No.
No,
Not even
no,
that.
no,
Not
no,
even-
no,
we won't
no,
even go with the genital
no.
herpes. We'll take it a step back and we'll just say she looked at him and she went, you got condoms, right?
She gave him the
I'm so tired.
she gave him the address and said the door's unlocked.
Ooh.
We've all
She went
been
home
there.
with friends.
Ooh. And she texted him while he was, because he stayed and had a couple more drinks with his homeboys. And she
Yup.
was like, babe, I'm getting tired. And he went,
You coming or what?
So he stopped at
But
Walgreens.
Damn right.
But don't come without no condom.
So he stopped at Walgreens and said,
Uh-huh.
you know what? Roe v. Wade just got overturned. I'm gonna get some condoms.
Yeah, man.
So he stopped over there.
This little Jewish fucking prick tells me we can't have condoms.
No, this man, no, not even that. He saw the extra ribbed, and it said on the box for her pleasure.
And at this point, he is throwing a fit.
No,
at
not
that
even just
front
that.
counter.
No, not even just that. He didn't even get to the counter yet. You want to know why? Because he's tucking his dick in his boxes. You know that little, you know the man saying it right here, the elastic band right there. Women might not know that, but guess what we do? We hide it in there.
Yeah.
That poor guy's doing that one.
Y'all think I'm
straight
pulling
leg.
up my pants? I'm really adjusting my boner.
And
Oh.
guess what? He slapped some things on the table. Man, I'm about to give me some.
Sorry, I can't tell you these.
What?
You heard what I said.
Can you legally fight the guy behind the counter?
Yes. Yes.
You know what? Just like I tell Larry all the time, trial by combat.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I feel like in that exact moment you could be like, "Hey, let's talk out." No, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. We at Walgreens, right? I'm stealing that shit.
I'm
Yep.
still on that
I'm
shit.
stealing it.
Yep. Taking it off the counter. Whoop.
Yeah. Matter of fact, what are we
Chasing.
talking about?
Come chasing
Like at
me.
that point, no.
Yep.
No.
Come chase me.
You not coming around that counter faster than I'm getting to my car
Yep.
and getting out of there.
No, actually, in that moment, because I know whoever's behind that counter telling me this shit cannot fight me.
No.
So I'm going to look him dead in his face and go, you know what? You absolutely right. Kudos to you and your religion and standing up for what it is you got. I'm going to be in the car. I'll tell you what. It is 9:06. You have till 9:11 to come get these back. I'm going to wait in the car. I'm going to wait in the car.
Gotta give him 907.
I wouldn't
I'm
even
sitting in the car. I'm going to listen to fucking Gideon and just wait.
I wouldn't even tell him that. You know what, motherfucker? I'll bring these back
Since
to you.
the day
Wait right here for me.
the day that lasts forever, say that you love me, but that love will never as cold as Matter of fact, what time we at? Time to go.
218.
2:18. It's time to go.
All right.
But here's the last question.
What? Fuck.
You get a call. You get a call. Only because
I'm declining.
Average Joe's not here, so we can't have. One's gotta go. So we're gonna have one.
Swan.
It's 10 o'clock at night. You lay in bed. You waiting on your old lady to get back. She just went to a party. You waiting on your old lady to get back. Or Turtle, your girl. Your girl. Your girl, not sneaky link. Your girl. You lay in bed, and then I know your phone starts ringing. It's a number you don't recognize, but it doesn't say scam likely. So you're like, the fuck is this? Same area code, same everything. So you answer real quick. Hello? Hello. I have your girlfriend. Really? Yes. I have her in the almost by Lake Pontchartrain. She's right here. You have to come over here and get her. Okay. I'm on my way. No, oh my God, I'm a superhero. I'm on my way to go fucking defend my lady. It's a 30-minute ride to go pick her up. I'm not asking you, would you beat this dude up? I'm not asking you, would you go save your old lady's life? I'm not asking you, are you brave enough to take on the challenge? What I'm asking you is, it's a 30-minute ride. Would you listen to music? Do you listen to music on the 30-minute ride to go save your girlfriend?
Absolutely, because all this nigga gonna hear when I'm pulling up is boom, 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 boom.
Fuck
Say
that.
it off in this motherfucker. What?
I pull up, all he's hearing is, let the bodies.
No, I mean, no, but do you listen to music to entertain yourself on a 30-minute drive? Not do you pull up with a theme song. Like, I'm literally saying, like, you get in the car, you drive, oh my God, Brittany. What's your lady's name?
Haley?
Haley. Oh my God, Haley. I'm gonna come save you. Oh, Jason's here, baby. I'm on now. Like, you're doing like this whole like you're gonna go up. You've been in this situation. You've been in an active shooter situation with a smile on your face, and maybe not was a smile, but you're gonna do this shit. All right, babe. All right, I'm coming for you. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Nah, I'm listening to a podcast the whole way there.
No. And now you're like, I got 29 minutes left. Ordering 100 shots of Patron. Oh shit! I remember this from Nights in the Club. Hold on. I want to get you home, girl. You better get up. No, you know what? I gotta do this. I think that you should let it burn. Like she's probably about to die, but you still got 28 minutes to kill. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's more where the question, like I know obviously right before I pull up, I'm going to switch that shit on and just, be, you know, it's going to be like a Jack Harlow verse. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, at that point,
what's popping?
I'm trying to drive
Brand new whip
fast.
just hopped in.
I'm trying to drive fast, so I'm putting on like that theme song from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Or is it that one? Obey your master. I'm just sitting there thinking about like,
I'll probably put on like some DMX the whole way though.
hey.
Like I'm always a person who listens to music for the mood. So if I'm in that mood, it's probably gonna be something hard.
It's 3 days grace. Let's start a ride.
Ooh. Alright. I ain't mad at that. That's actually not a bad one. Because I'm just thinking about like, I'm actually just saying like on the way there, I'm just like, I told you no, this is a great song. Lil Nas X is so underrated, man. Everybody talks so bad about him. Oh shit, wait. Like,
This guy look like a bored ass Uber driver the whole way there.
No, he's like I said, it's always like, fuck that shit, babe. I'm coming for you, babe. Fuck that.
I told you long ago. I got what you.
I leave her back to her boyfriend with her handprint on her ass cheek.
Driving with one leg doing 95.
Taking notes. This lady can't get close. Y'all got anything else?
Nope.
As always, thank you for your support. And if you enjoyed the show, please rate and review on iTunes or Spotify. Or wherever you're listening to the podcast right now. Mr. TRTL.
You can find me on IG at TRTL__. Also on TikTok under the same moniker. Not Monica, moniker.
Curve.
Yeah, not Ray J's sister.
That's Brandy.
Fuck!
God damn it.
I'm so white.
She gonna put a verse about you too. You see what she did Jack Harlow at?
I'm with that shit.
Twitter at 2RedLose. All other social media is TRTL.
Make sure you're doing your tools right.
Yeah.
Mr. Jason Dufresne.
Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's all JDUF17.
J Doof.
And if you want to listen to me, you can come check us out on Toxicity.
Spell it for him.
Toxic
Fuck.
IT.
There we go.
Toxic IT.
Toxic IT.
Just how Joe says
Like Southern tea.
it. Like that T.
So we got podcast beef or what?
I guess you're going to find out this coming Thursday.
Hey, tell her I want to know. Tell her I want to know why she don't like me.
Oh, we're going to figure it out.
Tell her I want to know why she don't like me. I want to know why she don't like Turks. I want to know why she don't like Nikki P. Because she blocked the brand. She didn't block Joe.
She didn't block me. I don't know why y'all.
She blocked the Hangover podcast.
I know you
She
love
blocked
me.
the brand.
I know you love me. It's all right.
She blocked
I don't
the
need,
brand.
I don't need these niggas certification. I know you love me. It's all right.
And you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Hangover.
I think it's because they feel hit the same
Facebook.
size.
Hey.
That's what we
You
do.
can
We
find
see
us-
each other and just headbutt.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at The Hangover Podcast, and on Twitter at _Hangover Pod. You can also find us on our website at www.hangoverpod.com. And you can also find us on September 3rd at Paradise on La Palco at 7 p.m. for our first motherfucking live show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank y'all for having a drink with us 95 times. Thank y'all for joining us. This is the Hangover Podcast. Thank you for listening. Fuck you, Jason, and fuck you, Toxicity.
So bad. The struggle of potty.
Somebody get in the backyards. My baby's sleeping. So